Some people have lovely rubbish, don't they?
How do you make money for nothing?
Are you chucking that, really?
We are, yeah.
The answer could be hiding in the 20 million tonnes of household waste we throw out every year.
Presume it hasn't come straight out of the sitting room, then?
That's why entrepreneur Sarah Moore
My colour?
wants to get her hands on things before they hit the skip.
I'm a passionate buyer, maker and user of old stuff, and I've turned that passion into a money-making business. I make new stuff out of old stuff, and I sell it for a profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers.
What do you think?
I think it's beautiful.
Is that it?
Yep.
She can transform her finds into desirable,
Absolutely amazing.
valuable,
Goodness, I love it.
and let's hope, saleable items.
Oh, my word.
If Sarah is successful, then she can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
I didn't dream it would ever come to anything like that.
Sarah's at the Whitley Recycling Center in Surrey, where hundreds of cars are passing through the gates and into her loving arms.
The cars are rolling in, and every single one could be packed with potential projects. I've just got to go and find them.
Sarah acquired special permission to stick her nose into people's boots
Rubbish.
in order to sniff out 3 items that she can save and transform into profit. So far, though, there's not a lot of saving going on.
Sometimes that lot are awfully sneaky. They try and put things into the tip without me seeing.
Throwing rubbish into a rubbish tip? The nerve of these people. Hang about. If you're quick, Bryn's got something you can rescue. Ugh, on second thoughts.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi there. Is that yours?
Yeah, well, throwing it out.
I can see why. I presume it hasn't come straight out of the sitting room, then?
No, it's been in the garage quite a while.
So has it been in your family?
My wife's family, unfortunately, her mother passed away last year, so we're clearing out her house.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know anything about it? How old it is? Or...
No, I haven't got a clue how old it is, but I know it's been in the garage probably for quite a few years.
Well, Bryn, what you have there is a fine example of a Victorian gentleman's chair,
New addition of some casters on the bottom.
dating back to the turn of the 20th century. It defined an era when gentlemen felt that they needed their own chair to sit down in.
Anything that comes into the recycling centre that's
Yeah.
solid, still in one piece and hasn't collapsed like a flat pack has definitely got some
Yeah,
potential. So if it could be refurbished or done something with, can I come and find you and show you what I've done with it?
Yeah, that'd be really good, yeah.
So I'm going to take this away and say thank you so much.
Cheers.
Sarah's got herself a 100-year-old chair, complete with 100-year-old dirt by the looks of it. Any idea what she's got in store for it, Bryn?
I don't know, hopefully make it, look nice again. You can see the frame's all nice. I'm assuming she'll reupholster it, so really interested to see what it comes out as.
Well, this poor old chair, it's out of fashion, out of love, and fresh out of the garage. And that is the only fresh about it. It's in a pretty tricky state, but it's got potential. It's just buried under all of this.
And Sarah knows just a maker who will relish the challenge. Anthony Devine, upholstery megamind. Anthony has 2 decades of design experience and now passes that knowledge on to others at his School of Upholstery. Anthony's work is loud, exciting and experimental.
My style to somebody else's style is I try and avoid looking at other things. I try and avoid seeing what everybody else is up to. Now it's like in the workshop, come up with the idea. Do you know what? This is my idea and this is the best I could do. Judge me on that. I'll always get the job done. I might have to stay up late and do it. Yeah, with a few kind of twists along the way.
Yeah, you don't mind a late night, eh? Well, you might want to bring your sleeping bag because this is on its way. That's one less thing heading to landfill. Sarah's back at the boots to find 2 more. Anything in there?
Nope.
That one?
Nope.
Well, what about that big thing?
Definitely not.
Oh, I give up.
Keep going.
Well, if you don't like what Lorraine's pulling out of her car, I'm stopping for lunch.
Hiya. Hello. Hello. Pair of nice chairs. These yours?
They are indeed.
Just had enough of them?
They are rather old and a bit battered.
They've got a really retro look to them. How old do you reckon they are? 1950, something like that?
I would have thought so. They were my mother's.
OK. Were there more than 2?
Yes, I don't know if there were 4 or 6 because I was only little at the time. They had a table, but I'm still using the table at home.
They have got a lovely retro look to them that people quite like at the moment.
Oh, right.
But not your cup of tea.
No.
So can I rescue them before you get them in the wood skip?
Yes, you can.
Well, thank you. You've made my day. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sarah's bagged herself a pretty jazzy-looking pair of chairs. But what do you think is in store for them, Lorraine?
I can't imagine them stripped bare, but they certainly need recovering and repadding. I would imagine that she'll make them look as lovely as possible and someone's going to get some use from them.
Well, there was a time, and it really wasn't long ago, that a pair of chairs like this with a ply back and black legs, they really wouldn't have caught my eye. But you know something? I reckon they've got style. And where there's old-fashioned style like this, there's old-fashioned money to be made.
Old-fashioned is right. So she'll have to call in some help. Emma Walker is a self-taught furniture restyler. With her best friend Badger by her side, she uses wallpaper and other materials to give forgotten furniture a fresh new look.
I'm obsessed with design, and I'm obsessed with the right wallpaper going on the right piece in the right way. All my personalities are reflected in all my work. Whatever the mood takes, it's going to come out in the furniture. Yeah, loads of personalities, me.
All right, Emma. Let's just hope you're still smiling when Sarah turns up with this pair. That's 2 items now safely squirreled away. Sarah's desperately searching for one more which she can work on herself.
No time for a rest round here. You snooze, you lose.
Speak of the devil.
It's quite a good one, that one. Most of them are.
Oh, I don't really want to think about that, thank you. Perhaps Suzanne has something a bit nicer for you in her boot. Perhaps not. What's hiding under there? Well, maybe I don't want to know.
Hi there.
Hi.
Have you got anything good you're throwing away?
Just an old typewriter.
Under there, is that a typewriter?
Yep.
Go on, let's have a look then.
Do you want to have a look?
It looks really old.
It is.
That's an amazing one.
There you go.
How long have you had that?
Since I was a young teenager, I guess, when I first started to learn to type.
And where did you get it from? Because it wasn't you then.
No, it came from my great aunt, who was originally a secretary, and she passed it to me, and it's been in the family ever since.
Where's it been? Have you had it in the house, or have you just had enough with it?
Yeah, originally it was in my mum's house, and then it got moved to her shed, and she passed away in the last couple of years, so I'm busy sort of getting rid of stuff, and it's been in my garage sitting there for a while while I decided what I needed to do with it.
Right.
And I've now come to the stage where it's time for it to go, unfortunately.
Well, anything like that that's been so beautifully designed must be able to be recycled.
Yes, yeah, it'd make me feel better about it rather than just throwing it away.
May I take it away?
Yes, of course. Do you want the
Excellent.
cover with it? Oh, it's a good old-fashioned leather cover as well.
Definitely. It's going to be heavy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, the weight's at the back.
Oh, yes. Thanks ever so much.
You're very welcome.
Hold the front page. Sarah's got herself a sweet, lovely little
This thing's vicious.
vicious typewriter. What do you think will happen to it, Suzanne?
In my mind, I always imagined perhaps it could be used as some kind of base for a table lamp or something like that.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Have you got anything better, Sarah?
struggling to imagine it being anything other than the typewriter, but I think when we get down to it, there'll be something fabulous made out of this.
You should talk to Suzanne. So at the end of a long day, Sarah has her items. Anthony will spruce up the Victorian chair. Emma will work her maker magic on the retro chairs, and Sarah will think of something to do with the typewriter, we hope.
Well, that was close. It looked like nothing great was going to turn up, but actually, I found some absolute crackers.
Manchester, once the industrial metropolis of the north, now a mecca of music, art and imagination. Sarah's brought along the old Victorian chair, although she's wheeling it about like the last trolley in the supermarket. Perhaps upholsterer Anthony can give it some of that Manchester swagger.
Sarah's on her way, and to be honest, I really don't mind what she brings anymore because she brings such a different range of everything. I'm quite open-minded on what her suggestion is, and we'll see where it goes with this one. It's going to be quite interesting.
Well, you haven't seen the state of it yet.
The wheels are coming off already, but this chair has potential, so I brought it to Manchester and to Anthony to take a look at it. You better not look too closely. So,
I think it might have a gammy leg.
it's not only the legs that are gammy. There's a lot of, I don't know, product on it.
Pigeon product.
Possibly.
Possible pigeon product. How very TV-friendly of you both.
It has some potential, don't you think?
Slim at this stage, to be honest. Slim potential.
I have got some ideas about it, though.
Good.
I like the little acorn details, and I was thinking, how about we make some beautiful botanical-inspired chair? Perhaps some funky print on it, maybe overstuffing the arms and getting rid of everything but the acorn, something like that?
I like the idea of, botanical. I think if we were to try and strip back or restore the wood, we'd be forever, and it would just blow the budget, and we would never regain that. So, where do we go?
Well, I know. Let's flock it.
Yes! Let's flock it.
Flock it.
If we're still on the botanical, maybe some, acid green flocking.
Ah, flocking. I'm with you now.
Like the flocking idea.
Flocking is the process of sticking thousands of tiny fibre particles onto a surface,
Have you ever flocked before?
which creates a fuzzy, veloury texture.
You're going to flock the frame. Self-flocked.
Please stop saying flock.
Why don't I leave it with you?
After all that, I think the plan is that Anthony is going to attempt the flocking himself and add botanical-themed fabric to tie it all together. Sounds expensive.
OK, money?
Around the 500 quid mark, to be honest.
Any chance you can do 450?
475, we got a sales deal.
Oh, go on then. See you soon.
We're going to try and flock it ourselves, hopefully. We can do it, it'll look good, but yeah, another string to the bow.
Well, that sounds exciting, doesn't it? I'm a bit anxious. It's a lot of money. I'm just hoping Anthony's a natural flocker, because that chair is going to have to look a mint if it's going to turn a profit.
Anthony has £475 to update the chair. He can certainly talk the talk, but can he flock the flock? Well, thank goodness that's over. I'm really looking forward to not saying flock for a while. Oh, look, a collection of seagulls. Sarah's in Brighton with the pair of retro-looking chairs, hoping that wallpapering Wonder Woman Emma can slap on some style.
Sarah's on her way. I'm looking forward to seeing her, seeing what she brings me. She always stretches me a little bit creatively.
It's just as well you have Badger on hand for support. At ease, Badger.
Well, I brought my 2 tired chairs to Brighton to see the papering princess. I'm hoping Emma is going to work her magic on them, and they'll be fantastic.
Wallpapered chairs? Now I've heard everything.
Hi, Emma.
Hello, Sarah.
How are you doing? How are you? Nice to see you.
I'm well, thank you.
Couple of tired old chairs. Do you think they're up your street? Do you want to have a look at them?
They're a bit tired with this fabric and what have you, but they're actually in really good nick.
They are. Ugly pretty, I think, but they could have a really fresh style, so I think you're the ideal woman.
They could have some wallpaper on them, can't they?
Perfect, I think wallpaper.
Front, back, legs, everything. Not the seat pads. That wouldn't work.
So would you really do the legs?
Yeah, when I quite like these days going as far as I can with the wallpaper. Can sometimes look a little bit like I've really wrapped a present up very well.
Well, I don't know what you two are laughing at. Who wants a chair that looks like it has to be unwrapped?
That sounds lovely, but I think the paper choice is going to be key, isn't it? Because anything too chintzy is not going to suit these.
I think shimmery, a glimmery, right on trend.
Just go for whatever is naturally looking good. Pair of chairs, a total wallpapering. How much is that going to cost?
I'll do both of them with the materials for 100, and you should be able, because they should look, you'll never find another pair like them.
I don't doubt that for a second, Emma.
If you can do it for that, I'm really happy, so just go for it. Thanks ever so much. Enjoy them.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye-bye. I'm going to really enjoy doing these. I don't know if I'll mirror them, do them as an identical pair yet, but they'll be nice and shimmery, fresh.
Well, that's a great price, and with Emma's big ideas, I reckon those chairs have got a fighting chance.
Emma has £100 to gift wrap the chairs. Let's hope Christmas comes early and it's not a massive turkey. With our makers off and wrapping in Sussex. Sarah is back home and ready to start on the novel she's always wanted to write, about a brave dog called Bramble, who lies about in bed all day. Or maybe not.
Well, I love this old typewriter, but its typing days are definitely over. It's seized, and that is not something you want to associate with a typewriter. It's got some lovely details. The letters on here and the typography is so nostalgic. So I reckon there's heaps of things to be done with this.
With no plan in place, Sarah begins to dismantle the typewriter in the hope of finding some inspiration.
Whoever invented this was really clever. It's got hundreds of bits on it.
This typewriter was made by the Underwood Typewriter Company. They produced what is considered to be the first widely successful modern typewriter.
I will not be putting this back together.
In its heyday, it was the largest typewriter manufacturer in the world, and by 1939 had produced over 5 million machines.
Well, I think those little keys are going to make fantastic cufflinks. They've got letters on, they can be personalised. They've got to have some appeal.
Cufflinks. Sounds classy, but Sarah's not finished there.
Well, I'm just trying to reclaim all the little bits with the letters on that actually hit the paper. Quite tough, but definitely worth retrieving if possible, because they're really sweet. That one's an ampersand. If I personalise them, they definitely get a chance of selling.
With a full set of keys and type hammers, Sarah puts the body of the typewriter to one side to give the rest a good old scrub.
Bramble's toothbrush.
Don't worry, Bramble. I'm sure she means your old toothbrush.
Well, with a little bit of elbow grease, these will come up really well. I love the way they look.
The cufflinks are coming along, but what does Sarah have in mind for those letter blocks?
These are so fiddly to work with, but I hope they're going to be worth it. So I'm going to solder a little hook on the top of each one and make them into tiny necklaces. So either somebody could write something with them, or you could just maybe have an initial.
Cufflinks and necklaces from typewriter parts. That is smart.
Soldering time. Not the best at it, but it's reasonably straightforward. Just have to remember that everything gets really hot. So I'm just going to attach a ring to the top.
Soldering is the process of joining two metals together with a filler metal. In this case, Sarah is melting some solder wire to join the hooks to the blocks.
Perfect. One down. 55 to go.
Solder on then. So far, Sarah has spent £7.99 on parts to make her jewellery. But with lots of work still to do, costs could still go up. Back in Manchester, and it's flocking time. Well, nearly flocking time. Anthony needs to strip the chair first, and he's discovered that he's not the first person to have worked on it.
I'm seeing all the hallmarks, a bit of a DIY job. This bit cut around here is completely wrong, but especially this. Any upholsterer with any credentials would definitely not put any wood on the bottom here. It's a quick way of shoring the whole frame up, so I'm worried that if we take this off, the whole chair is going to become wobbly. So there's only one way to find out, and that's start stripping.
A frame that's going to fall to pieces. Great start. Anthony begins to remove the fabric and padding so that he can get a good look at the hardboard base, which may or may not be holding the whole thing together.
Hopefully, when I knock this off, it's not going to find a wobbly frame underneath it.
Hardboard does not make for the comfiest of chairs. Nowadays, elasticated webbing is used as base support as it's strong and, more importantly, flexible. So, Anthony, the hardboard is off. Is it holding together?
To be honest, the frame is in not bad condition.
Thank goodness for that. Next, Anthony is removing the fabric backing and armrests.
So now we've got the fabric off, it's a case of making sure we've got all the tacks and the nails out, and then we can actually clean the frame, ready for the good stuff to begin.
And by good stuff, I take it you mean time for the flocking. I can hardly wait. As Anthony struggles with his chair, in Brighton, Emma is hoping to have better luck wallpapering her pair.
I do like doing a chair. I've usually got a chair or two on the go, and a pair is nice to have, so I'm going to really enjoy doing these.
What's the first step, Emma?
Yeah, take them apart, get to know them before we put them back together. We will rebuild you.
With only a couple of screws holding the backs to the bases, Emma can easily remove... Oh, are you all right, Emma?
Reminds me of when the dentist was getting my wisdom teeth out. He put his foot up on a chair to get the leverage. Oh, it was horrific. Ah, yeah, they put a tack in it. They put a pin in it there.
With the chair deconstructed, Emma is sanding down the frames.
Usually I'll be out here in my bikini, and that's come rain or shine as well.
Well, you've got to be comfortable while you work. Next, Emma applies filler to the chipped back so the wallpaper will have a smooth surface to paste onto. And talking of wallpaper...
We're not going to use wallpaper. In fact, we're not going to use any wallpaper at all. Surprise! We are going to use a tablecloth.
A tablecloth?
Love this. Isn't it lovely? This is basically cotton with a coating on it that's wipeable.
And I thought wallpapering was pretty out there. The good news is it's a very pretty tablecloth.
I want as much of the design patterning as possible. I want it centralised.
It's a print of a classic design by William Morris, the leading light of the arts and crafts movement.
That's PVA, that's wallpaper paste.
Emma is treating the tablecloth as she would wallpaper, first applying wallpaper paste to the fabric.
I want it to soak into the cotton.
And PVA glue to the chair back.
Feels like it's going on nicer than wallpaper. Oh, this might be my new go-to. And I think I want these birds' beaks up as high as they can go.
Once centred, Emma cuts through the hole in the chair back to release tension before leaving it to dry.
So I'm really pleased that I changed my mind. I'm pleased with the way these are looking. Can't wait to see the pair completed, and I hope that Sarah likes them.
With such a drastic change in material, let's hope so. Back in Manchester, Anthony is well on his way with the Victorian chair. It must be time for the flocking now. Or is it?
So for what is quite a simple upholstery job, it's been one of the toughest decisions to make to know what to do with it. As you can see, I've currently done nothing with the woodwork. I've made a start on upholstering it. We're going to go slightly unorthodox. We're going to put the fabric on first, and we're going to see what it looks like, and then hopefully the chair will speak to me.
Oi, Anthony, it's the chair here. Where's the flocking?
Hopefully it'll say, use this, and then it will just look amazing.
But before Anthony puts on his fabric, there's a few things he wants to take off.
As you can see, I've got 3 casters, one of them is missing, so it's time for them to go.
Taking an angle grinder to 3 small casters may seem over the top, but it does produce pretty sparks. How is Sarah going to wheel it home now?
I don't need that anymore. That's a lot easier.
Now it's decision time. Anthony needs to get the fabric out and decide what to do with the frame.
This is what I meant about getting the fabric in place before we started the wood, because now the mind starts rolling, going, should we pick up these colours? Should we do it with this colour? Should we use this colour down here? Now the energy is starting to rise, and yeah, fully inspired and ready to get cracking.
That is some pretty funky fabric, but Sarah isn't going to be happy until the whole thing looks good. Flock, stock and barrel. While it's all go for our artisans, Sarah's putting the finishing touches to her typewriter bits and pieces.
Well, a lot of hard work has gone into making all of these pieces. Let's hope it pays off.
When Sarah saved the typewriter, the old machine's glory days were well and truly behind it. But with a bit of imagination, it's back in action. Sarah has fashioned the keys into classy cufflinks. Using metal putty, she has painstakingly secured each character onto ready-made cufflink backs that she bought online. The letter blocks have been beautifully gold-plated, and the soldered hooks mean they're ready to attach to any chain. It's a shiny, stylish, and seriously inventive way to reuse the old typewriter.
Well, after all that hard labour, the results are surprisingly delicate. These tiny little pendants with their lovely gold plating look really shiny. And all together, there's so much personalisation available here for gifting. I think I've created something that's delicate, that's saleable, and that's quite original.
And to think these typewriter parts were almost put in the skip.
Have you got anything good you're throwing away?
Just an old typewriter.
No longer working and taking up space in the garage, it had been passed down through Suzanne's family, and she was happy for Sarah to take it on.
In my mind, I always imagined perhaps it could be used as some kind of base for a table lamp or something like that.
Well, not quite. Sarah got straight to work trying to find a buyer for the jewellery. And it wasn't long before Jo snapped up the gold-plated letter block charms for her gift shop in Manchester.
I absolutely love them. They're really unique and they go really well with the vintage typewriter prints that I'm selling at the moment.
But did Sarah have any luck with the cufflinks? She's in Godalming in Surrey to show Suzanne the transformation and hand over the profit.
Hi there. Hello, Suzanne.
Sarah. Nice
How
to
are
see you.
Very nice to see you too. Well, I was so pleased to see you the first time we met at the recycling centre with that lovely old typewriter. It was a very challenging project to start with because it was so well made.
Yes.
It was very difficult to take apart and do anything with.
Yeah.
So I ended up attacking it with hammers
Oh,
and
okay.
all sorts of things. To make these, your typewriter now looks like this, reimagined as cufflinks.
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
I took off all of the tabs,
Brilliant.
all of those bits on it where you had learnt to type, and
Yes.
also took off the hammers and had the little bits on the end plated to make charms for
That's
necklaces.
absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't have dreamt you could do anything like that with a typewriter. That's amazing.
Yeah, so do you think your aunt would ever imagined her typewriter would end up like that?
She'd be over the moon. She'd be just pleased that it's still in existence, so that's amazing.
Well, it's definitely in existence. In fact, it's going places. It's going to be going to weddings and parties and to all sorts of occasions because those cufflinks and the necklaces have sold. I've got some profit here for you. I have
Wow.
got £472 and a penny here.
Goodness, that's amazing. I'm over the moon. I didn't dream it would ever come to anything like that. Oh, crikey.
A bit of a surprise there. but
Definitely.
Is there something that you need to spend money on at the moment?
Well, yes, I'm in the middle of a major DIY reconstruction in here, so, yeah, anything to go towards that is brilliant.
Well, there's a bit there, and I
Yes.
hope that you enjoy that project because I certainly enjoyed this one.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank
Absolute
you.
pleasure.
Lovely
Thank
to see you.
And you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sarah spent £62.99 creating the jewellery. The cufflinks all sold to private buyers, and along with the charms, they made a total of £535, giving Suzanne £472.01 to help with the DIY. Sarah has proved she can turn cast-offs into cash. Now she's back in Manchester, expecting to see a flurry of fantastic flocking from Anthony. But what are the chances he actually did it? Anthony?
So Sarah's on her way. I think she'll love it, but it's not quite what we discussed.
Well, blow me down.
It was a case of what could we bring to the party, and we just invited everything.
Well, I left Anthony with a massive challenge because that chair was tip-bound for all sorts of reasons, and I just can't wait to see what he's done with it. Let's hope he's pulled it off.
When Sarah dropped off the old armchair, it was dated, dirty, and no one would have dared to sit on it. But now... it is truly fit for a king. Anthony has created a radical and regal botanical throne, replacing the flocking idea with distressed gold leaf. The chair has been expertly upholstered with green fabric, which meets all UK fire safety standards. Whoever sits on that should feel like a king, a veritable VIP. But did Sarah have her heart set on the flocking?
Anthony?
Hello.
Oh, my goodness me. That is...
Are you well?
Anthony, that is fantastic. What a transformation. Isn't it amazing?
A little bit different to what we agreed, but...
So, original plan was to have a go at flocking. How did you end up with this?
Well, you brought the chair to the party. We invited a few other guests, but forgot to invite the flocking.
OK.
Then we thought gold leaf, and I was like, oh, could work, could work. But the first thing we found was the fabric. I seen this, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It's got all the right things going on. It's got botanical influences. It's got that nice
Well,
dark
I
side,
remember
hasn't
having
it?
a chat about the botanical, so I wasn't too far off with what we agreed.
I don't care what we agreed.
Just a bit of a twist.
Whatever you've done to this is the right thing to do. Was it a lot of work, though? Because I think budget on it was 475. Is that where it's ended up?
We're still on budget, but it looks so much more.
I agree with you. I'm blown away. It's one of my favourite things I've ever seen you make. I think it is beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Tick.
Tick is right, Anthony, and give yourself a gold star for staying on budget.
Roll on budget. Tick, 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 tick. Happy days.
Well, the king is back. That chair is now an absolute throne. I can't imagine anything nicer having been done to it. That is a triumph.
It was a triumph that could so nearly have been a tragedy if the chair had been dumped.
Good morning.
Hi there. Is that yours?
Yeah, well, throwing it out.
The chair belonged to Bryn's late mother-in-law, and he was delighted that Sarah wanted to give it a new lease of life.
You can see the frames all nice. I'm assuming she'll re-upholster it, so really interested to see what it comes out as.
Bryn was spot on about the upholstery, but even he couldn't have guessed that it would get the royal treatment. Sarah put the throne up for sale, and it was snapped up by an interior shop in Liverpool. And owner Elaine was royally chuffed.
Absolutely thrilled. It's beautiful. The colour is so rich, and the distressed look of the gold is beautiful, stunning.
Sarah's in Farnham in Surrey to show Bryn the regal renovation and to hand over some cash.
Hello.
Hi, Bryn. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah,
When I first met you, you were looking like you were at the end of a
Yeah.
massive job. Are you tidying out your mother-in-law's old house,
so-
is that right?
Yeah, quite a large house, yeah.
It's always exciting for me when a van turns up at the tip packed with stuff, and your armchair really caught my attention. Do you have any thoughts about how we might update it? Or...
No, I've been really intrigued to see what you've done with it.
I took it to Manchester to an upholsterer who's up there. So I've got pictures to show you of what he did with it.
OK.
He's called Anthony, and he made your chair look like that.
Wow, that's quite amazing.
He took all the beautiful details that it has and gilded the wood and put a fantastic new modern fabric on it.
It's quite different, isn't it?
I sense maybe not particularly your cup of tea.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'd necessarily have it in my house, but it's great, yeah.
And it's actually sold to an interior designer in Liverpool.
Oh, wow.
And I have profit from the sale. I've got £150
Oh, wow.
here for your chair.
Pretty good. Well, thank you very much.
That's an absolute pleasure. So, have you got any ideas what you might do with something like that?
Yeah, so, as I said, it was my mother-in-law's. She's got a brother and sister, so we'd probably take all of them out for dinner or something like that.
Have a fantastic time. Lovely to catch
Thank
up.
you very much.
Thank
Cool,
you.
thank
Bye-bye.
Anthony came in on budget at £475. The chair sold for an impressive £625, leaving Bryn with 150 quid to treat the family. Sarah's back in Brighton to see how Emma has got on with the two ply-back chairs.
I hope Sarah likes the chairs. I think they're quite good fun. Sarah will see red, but hopefully in a good way.
Well, I left Emma with a pair of chairs which could probably at best be described as ugly, but she's had some big ideas for them. Let's go and find out if she's pulled it off.
Before, the chairs were battered, chipped, and had lost their mojo. But now... they have been transformed by a tablecloth and a lot of talent. The classic William Morris print now covers the backs, seats, and struts of the frame. And the chairs meet all UK fire safety standards. Emma has sanded the cloth at the edges so it blends seamlessly with the wood. Topped off with bold yellow legs, Sarah will certainly not be expecting this.
Emma?
Hello, Sarah.
Hello. Emma!
A pair of chairs.
Emma, aren't they amazing?
Do you think they're amazing? I'm so glad you think so. They're quite good fun, aren't they?
They look really good. You've really pulled them together. I'm amazed that they look so sharp.
I just changed the colour last night.
You did?
Yeah.
You're a nightmare.
I know. What was I thinking? And I've done a little bit of extra here and here. And then we've got to cheek a little bit at the back.
Lovely.
Inside there. So, well, I wouldn't usually mix mid-century modern with arts and crafts, but it's kind of worked.
I think it's massively working. I'm really pleased with them. I think you have done a fantastic job on those. Can I talk about money?
Yes.
So how did you get on with the price?
All in for the pair, £110.
Yeah, that's a good price, Emma.
Yeah.
I think that you have turned a sow's ear into a silk purse, so I'm delighted. Brilliant. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
What a pair of beauties. Good job, Emma.
Well, that wasn't what I was expecting in the best possible way. Emma's nailed that. There must be a profit in those chairs.
When Sarah met Lorraine at the dump, she pounced on her chairs.
Hello. Hello. Pair of nice chairs. These yours?
They are indeed.
Lorraine was happy that Sarah spotted some potential.
I would imagine that she'll make them look as lovely as possible, and someone's going to get some use from them.
You were certainly right about that, Lorraine. And Sarah wasted no time in finding a buyer. Deborah from retro shop Tea and Roses in Bridge North loved the chairs.
I saw the chairs and I thought they were great because at the moment we've got a real William Morris and arts and crafts feel going on in the shop, and I thought they'd blend in perfectly.
Sarah's in Hazelmere in Surrey to catch up with Lorraine and hand over the profit.
Hi, Lorraine.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to see you again.
And you?
I was so pleased the first time we met to see those chairs coming out of your boot, because you'd had them for quite a while, hadn't you?
That's right, they belong to my mother. They got them when they first moved into their house a long time ago.
Any ideas what we might have done with them?
No, I mean, just put in another cover on the seat, but no.
Well, I'm really lucky I work with a lovely designer who's based in Brighton. He specialises in using wallpaper to update things. So I gave them to her, and I've got some pictures here to show you how they've ended up. This is what she's done with them.
Ooh.
Glasses on, close inspection. She has used a William Morris print to pattern the backs of them and found a lovely oilcloth to do the same on the seat and given them a complete new lease
That's lovely
of
with
life.
the birds.
What do you think of them?
I think they're fantastic, but they don't look like the chairs. They do and they don't. They look really good.
So they have gone off to a new home, and I've got some profit for you. So your chairs are delivering the £75 profit here for
My
you.
goodness, that is incredible. Thank you very much. We're coming up for the Poppy Appeal, and I would actually like to put it in, because normally I do a collection, and I'd like to put it in my tin, if I may.
Oh, lovely. Well, that's a great place to put that. It was all Emma's hard work. She did such a lovely job on them. The finish on them is amazing.
Will you thank her, please? And thank you too. That's wonderful.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for letting us have your chairs.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Emma's costs came in at £110. Sarah sold the chairs for £185, giving Lorraine £75 to donate to the Poppy Appeal. Great result. Sarah saved 3 items from being thrown in the skip. Instead of being lost forever, they've all been given a new lease of life and a chance to be treasured again.
Well, I love nothing more than turning old into new and making a profit along the way. So that's 3 more items reimagined and off to new homes. That's not going in the tip, is it?
Yes. How do you make money for nothing?
What are you dropping off? Anything exciting?
The answer could be hiding in the 20 million tonnes of household waste we throw out every year.
That is a fishing rod habit.
That's why entrepreneur Sarah Moore wants to get her hands on things before they hit the skip.
I'm a passionate buyer, maker and user of old stuff, and I've turned that passion into a money-making business. I make new stuff out of old stuff and I sell it for a profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers.
What do you think?
I think it's beautiful.
I bought you my washing machine.
Oh, wow.
She can transform her finds into desirable,
What have you done?
valuable,
Oh, amazing.
and let's hope, saleable items.
That is one clever sandwich.
If Sarah is successful, then she can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
You're joking.
Recycling centres, the final resting place for all rubbish. That is, unless Sarah Moore's about.
Gloves are on. Let's get to it.
Sarah's at the Whitley Recycling Center in Surrey, where thousands of items are chucked, dumped, and slung out every year.
I quite like the look of your chair. I've not seen one like that before.
She's got her eyes peeled for three things with profit-making potential.
Some people have lovely rubbish, don't they?
But don't think for a minute that you at home can do the same. Sarah is a recycling VIP.
Round here, you have to make your own red carpet moments.
Oh, what a diva! Oh, hang about. There are lots of goodies in Robin's boot.
Hello.
Hello.
Ooh, got some interesting looking things in there.
It's, yes, the contents of my father's workshop, which we are gradually getting rid of. Rusty screws.
What are you going to do with those other than bring them down here?
We've sorted out the good screws.
Right.
And this is just the ones that nobody is ever going to use. And that, yes.
That's quite retro looking, rusty.
Indeed.
Any history of that? Do you know where that came from?
I don't know where it came from. I know nothing about its history.
Well, Robin, allow me to enlighten you. Known as a road danger lamp, they were commonly used to mark out obstructions caused by roadworks during the 1960s and 70s.
Oh, look, it's got all the bits in it as well.
It's still got the wick.
You could say the road light was the precursor to modern traffic cones. This must be what students used to nick and stick on their heads.
Can I have it?
You may have it. Keep it forever. It's not your birthday, is it?
It's not my birthday, but it might be my lucky day because I think there's just something about it that it can't go in the skip, can it?
I'm delighted that it's found a home. You don't want 5,000 rusty screws, dear.
I might pass on those.
Nice try, Robin.
It's got real appeal. Maybe a handbag.
It's nice, yes.
I'll be back in touch. Thanks so much.
Right, yeah, cheers.
That's the first item saved from the skip. As for the screws, you might want to cover your ears.
Oh dear. It's so sad that things go into a tip when they are worth saving, but every single thing which goes to a good home pleases me.
Well, Robin, prepare to be pleased.
It's a lovely piece of old-fashioned roadside paraphernalia. I love it. It's got a good, strong look, and it's going to be made in something lovely.
Well, let's meet the maker who can shine a light on this project. Mark Haig, mechanical mastermind. Mark uses his years of engineering experience to create one-of-a-kind sculptures from second-hand materials, although his true passion is robots.
The thing I love about robots, I've always been a fan of science fiction and all those B movies when I was a kid and War of the Worlds and that kind of stuff, you know, it just took me to a different place, and robots seem to be very much a part of that. There's always a challenge. Every sculpture that I build has got a different challenge to it. So taking something that is broken and then making it into something that's desirable, that works for me.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, that lamp definitely needs fixing. I just hope it'll be worth the effort. That's one item set aside, ready to be renovated. Sarah's back on the hunt for the remaining two.
Rubbish, rubbish or rubbish?
And all this rummaging has made me hungry. Is it almost time to stop for lunch?
So what's on the menu today then? Large prawns, hog roast, river beef? Definitely not. It's reusing, recycling and rescuing that rubbish.
I hope that still comes with a pud. Well, no time for that now. Sheila looks like she's got something that Sarah can sink her teeth into.
Hello, are you waiting for a hand with your sofas?
Yes, we're just wanted to know where to put it.
Well, they would, I think, go into landfill, but I think they look immaculate. How long have you had them?
They're not mine, they're my mother's.
OK.
My mother's just died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't worry.
Gosh, didn't she keep her sofas in such beautiful condition? Do you know when she would have bought it?
Looking at it, I was thinking about 70s.
70s. Yeah, I think it's got that vibe.
My children were going to find somebody to have them, but they said they didn't think they'd like the colour.
Oh, really? Well, they know nothing.
So
this is definitely this year's colour. It's a very this spring green is very in the moment. Yeah, it is.
That's right, Sheila. Believe it or not, the colour of your sofa is very in vogue. It's a chic settee, a trendsetter. That is until next year, when the in colour will be, I don't know, purple probably.
I think that the sofa is really stylish. So I think we might recycle the chairs, but concentrate on trying to do something with this.
Wonderful.
Lovely to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank
you. And is it on wheels?
It is, and it's very, very heavy.
Thank you so much.
Sarah is sliding away a settee. Are you happy with that, Sheila?
I'm very, very pleased that you are rescuing my mother's old settee. And what are you going to be doing with it, might I ask?
I don't know. Sarah?
I mean, what's not to love? Fantastic green cut velvet 1970s sofa. OK, it's not going to go into everybody's house just the way it is, but it's got great style and heaps of potential.
And with heaps of potential, Sarah will need heaps of help. The Bristol Upholstery Collective is a maker's space that welcomes all with a shared passion for upholstery. Founded by Leanne Treadwell, this group of legendary ladies put their heads together to create furniture that has to be seen to be believed.
What I enjoy most about the creative process is a collaboration. I love to chat about a good idea and then also to just get going and see where it ends up. It's more of a kind of, let's just get going and see what happens. That's what I really enjoy.
There certainly is a lot of talent in the room, but will there be enough to update that old thing? That's 2 items down. Whatever Sarah picks up next will be hers to work on herself.
Right, anything exciting?
What about Gordon there?
Huh?
Gordon the gopher.
Gordon? That's Basil Brush.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Couldn't you still use him as a puppet?
Nowhere to put your hand.
Ah, boom boom. Perhaps you'll have better luck with what Pam and Les are pulling out the back of their car.
Hi there.
Hello.
I'm loving the look of your rubbish. What are you up to?
We're just having a turnout.
Right.
Well, we've emptied the loft.
Loads of stuff?
Yeah, loads of stuff.
Now, I'm looking for stuff, probably old stuff, actually, that I can recycle.
Yeah.
What's in these cases? What might I like?
That's blankets, all old blankets.
Oh, definitely have a look at that.
Yeah.
That would be great. How long have you had this lot?
About 10 years, I suppose, really, yeah. All those there.
Now, they're not 10 years old, are they?
No, they're more than 10 years,
Yeah.
oh, yes.
Where do you think they came from?
Oh, they came from Leslie's home, from his father. Probably bought in about, I should think, when they got married in 1947, I should think they bought those.
These lovely grey ones particularly are just what I'm looking for. I've got a project in mind that I'd like to have a go at them. So can I take them away?
Yes, of course, yeah. Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Thank you so much.
No problem at all. Bye-bye.
Sarah's got herself a bundle of blankets. But what does Pam think she'll do with them?
Covers or cushions, perhaps, even, or something like that with some decoration on them. I just don't know.
Well, these might not be everybody's cup of tea, but they are definitely mine. They've got pre-war written all over them. They're stunning, 100% wool, so these are a really good find. But whatever happens, they're not going to end up as blankets.
And with that, Sarah's day at the dump is done. Mark will dust off the rusty road lamp. Leanne and the gang will give the 70s settee an update, and Sarah will aim to get a cosy return from the blankets.
Well, that's it. The recycling centre may be closed, but I am definitely open for business. Those things are going to be amazing.
It's a beautiful sunny day in glorious Manchester. Everyone's out in their shorts and T-shirts having fun in the sun. So where better to spend an afternoon than a dark, dusty garage? Robot maker Mark is waiting patiently for our lady with the lamp, Sarah. But how will he feel about her dumping her junk on his doorstep?
As you see, I'm fine with junk. I'm happy to take anything and repurpose it so it's got a life beyond the script.
Good man.
Well, what would you do with one of these? It's obvious. Take it to the robot maker.
Well, it's not what I would do with one of those, but then what do I know?
Mark? Hiya.
Hello, Sarah.
How you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Looking nice and minimalist in here.
More stuff. I can't turn it down.
Good, because I've got another little gem for you.
I wouldn't call it a gem.
Oh, no, come on. It's got character. Look, I thought it looked like Elvis. What do you reckon? It's got a quiff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a rock and roll robot. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Oh, sorry.
Now then, I'm going to struggle to make this something that goes in someone's house. So maybe this will end up being some kind of exterior thing. How's this sound, right? You know the security lights that you get, the solar powered?
Yeah.
How about put one of those inside and then I wire the detector to the outside.
Right.
Put some legs and some arms on it so it stands up, it's in the garden, and it's a cat detector.
I'm not sure that cats need detecting, Mark. A cat burglar detector, though. Now, that would work.
So it could be for detecting somebody out the front of the house. It could be going down the alley, anything you like. Love the idea of the detector. I love the idea of him lighting up again. Have you got a price in mind?
How does 120 quid sound?
I think that's all right. If you can get it closer to 100, that's great, but I think that you're going to create something cool.
All right, see you then.
Bye.
I guess Sarah will just have to build her own Elvis robot then.
So this little guy is going to be interesting, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the project.
Well, a trip to the robot factory is never dull, is it? Just really looking forward to seeing exactly what it is that comes out of these doors.
Mark has a budget of £120 to make the security light, but would it have been better off as a rock and roll robot? From Manchester to Bristol, birthplace of the infamous pirate Blackbeard. Isn't that interesting? Sarah has sailed into town with the 70s settee, hoping that Leanne and the gang can give it back its sparkle.
I want Sarah to bring me something full of potential, and I don't know, it's something that we can really play about with. We'll see.
I'm really excited about this because I think my sofa game is strong here because it's got so much going for it. I just hope Leanne can see its potential. It's good and heavy, which always means it's nice and well made. What do you think?
I think it's beautiful. It's got such good features to make the most of.
I've never seen this curved sort of 70s style before.
It's gorgeous.
So there's loads of 1970s stuff going on, heaps of colours like oyster and mink and mushroom that are out there. I have noticed that for selling things, though, it's got to be really individual.
I would love to bring in an artist to collaborate with this one.
Have you got any examples?
Yeah.
Go on then, show me what we've got.
So we've got some things here. There's some really great colours in there.
Those are ferocious,
Isn't
aren't
it?
they?
Whoa, that is bright. Although it does take me back to the 70s. I think I had a shirt that looked like that. I wonder what happens to it.
And in terms of refurbishing this, because it's in great nick, presumably you're covering it rather than reupholstering.
It's just a recover. I think it all seems very much in good nick. It's just getting the fabric on there and looking gorgeous.
It sounds amazing. Can you give me a ballpark figure that you're aiming at for it?
So I think we're aiming for about £750. It's just stripping it all back and pulling it all back on beautifully again.
Sounds fantastic.
I know. I'm really excited.
Not as excited as I am. I mean, look at that.
I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? I love working with it.
Really cool. Can you take that on then?
Sure.
Good luck with it. Tell me when it's done. I'll be down here as soon as I can.
See you soon.
It's goodbye to the stylish sofa and hey man to a psychedelic settee.
I just love using lots of colours and working them all together, and this is just such a great opportunity to do that.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better reaction than that, could you? I thought it was 70s. Leanne's going psychedelic. I am so excited.
I'm a little bit scared. With a hefty £750 budget, Leanne will have to watch how she uses that fabric. Oh, it's made me a little bit dizzy. I'm going for a lie down. While Mark and Leanne crack on, in Sussex, Sarah is back home with a bundle of blankets. After a quick wash, they've come up smelling of roses. Sarah, what's the plan?
So the plan is to turn these basic blankets into beautiful throws that look lovely on the end of the bed or chucked over a sofa. So I'm going to use my shrunken jumper collection. So my plan is to put little bits of jumper, little snippets, spread all the way across them to add texture and colour and interest.
With the addition of some shrunken jumpers, the blankets will become throws, somehow.
So I'm going to snip little bits off these shrunken jumpers and stitch them in lines across the blanket.
If, like Sarah, your woolen jumpers have shrunk, there are methods you can try at home to unshrink them, using baby shampoo or hair conditioner.
I hope this one wasn't a present.
Or if you didn't like the jumper in the first place, shrinking it is a good excuse to get rid of it. Hey, that one was from me.
So I'm channeling hygge. You've probably seen it in magazines.
Well, not in the magazines I read.
Basically, it means warm, cosy, lovely, homely stuff that gets you through the winter.
Hygge comes from the Norwegian word meaning well-being. It's described as a quality of coziness and contentment, like a big cuddle.
I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to sew a few bits on. See how they look?
Sarah begins to sew the bits of jumper in a line down the edge of the blanket.
I'm thinking about these lovely tulip colours and hoping they translate well onto the fabric here.
She plans to repeat the process again and again with bits of coloured jumper until it creates the look she's after.
I think that really breaks it up nicely. Can you hear something? Can you hear something? Bramble!
Here comes trouble. Now, Bramble, these are not doggy blankets. Step slowly away from the blankets, Bramble. Good dog.
So because of my washing accident and the fact that I washed these too hot, I've actually managed to felt the fabric a bit, so it's not going to unravel when I stitch it in place. So if you do want to do it deliberately, just put it on a hot wash for a couple of times and you should start to get that lovely matted, soft feeling on the wool.
Now, if you're planning to do this at home, please check with the jumper owner before ruining it.
This is going to take ages.
Well then, let's step it up a gear. Wow, look at her go. But even working at twice the speed, this is still going to take forever, considering that she's not even started on the other blankets yet.
Why don't you go and see how the others are doing?
You read my mind. So far, Sarah's spent £10 on bits and bobs to do up the blankets. If she can make them saleable, there's a chance of making a good bit of profit. Back in Manchester, robo-guru Mark is ready to spruce up the rusty road lamp into a functional garden security light. Although if the idea is to frighten folk away, he should just leave it the way it is. What is that? Ugh!
So I guess the idea is that I'm going to use this as the body of the robots that I'm going to build. There'll be some sort of motion detection system on it. I think I'll start to build it before I clean it.
Ooh, are you sure about that? To begin, Mark searches through his mountain of odds and sods to find the right bits and bobs to make into a robot.
So I need some feet with a decent spread on them, because this thing's going to end up quite tall and quite heavy. And then some kind of tubing to form the legs. He's going to end up a bit of a bandy-legged robot, but I am Mancunian, so we're all bandy-legged up here.
Mark, that is an unfair representation of the good people of Manchester.
Sort of, all right, mate, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, mate?
That's bang on. Next, Mark drills holes in the lamp for the legs to fit through.
What I'm going to use is one of my favourite building materials, which is threaded steel bar. Normally used to suspend ceilings, but it's a really good building material for this kind of thing.
Mark doesn't mind drilling and cutting this lamp up, as it's not exactly in the best condition. Manufactured by Chalwin Limited, these paraffin lamps were mass-produced after World War II.
Essentially, that's forming the skeleton.
They became obsolete in the early 80s after the introduction of battery-powered lamps.
So that looks like a suitable amount of bandiness to me. And the next thing is to start putting the tubes on there to form the legs.
Mark measures out the tubing he's picked for the legs. Then it's out with the angle grinder to cut them to size. Mark is basing the design of his robot on old sci-fi B-movies from the 50s.
So robots tend to have slightly thinner thighs than they do calves. Old B-movies often had them looking that way.
B-movie robots were often depicted as terrifying mechanical monsters sent from far-off planets to destroy the Earth. Oh, watch out. Here comes...
a bandy Mancunian robot.
Run for your lives! Happy with the legs, Mark moves on to the feet, which he's making from old loaf tins.
OK, so that's the feet drills.
Mark's little robot is coming along nicely, but he hasn't yet thought about how to turn it into the functional security light he promised Sarah. Can't be that hard, can it? While Dr. Mankinstein tackles his creation, in Bristol, Leanne and the gang are preparing to spread some psychedelia on this stunning 70s settee.
So the sofa is 1970s, so we're going to have to replace the foam to bring it up to fire regulations. But it's in really good nick. First thing we're going to do is remove all these cushion covers and we'll get stripping back all this fabric. We're going to be able to stay in budget, I think, with this one because actually there's not that much structural work that needs to be done. Everything else is just fabric and recovery.
A simple cover job. Leanne should know by now that when it comes to old furniture, nothing's ever simple.
Charlotte, you up for this? Come on, give us a hand here.
To strip the sofa down to its frame, Leanne has brought in Charlotte to lend a hand.
It's sticky!
Although just getting the cushion cover off seems to be giving them bother.
Leanne, if you do it straight away, I'm going to cry.
It is, isn't it? There we go.
And they're off. Next, Leanne starts to remove the dangly fringing round the bottom.
This fringing is the original for the sofa. It really complements the style of it.
This kind of decorative edging is called bullion fringe. Traditionally gold or silver, it's now available in a whole host of colours. Made by twisting lengths of thread, it gives a dramatic edge to your seat that was all the rage back when this couch was created.
Get my staple remover.
With the trim off, the ladies begin the arduous task of removing the staples pinning the fabric to the frame.
Oh man, they've gone to town.
They really have.
But whoever upholstered this sofa wasn't shy with the staple gun.
A lot of staples to remove. It's going to take a little while, I think, to get all this off.
Staples, as opposed to traditional tacks, have been commonplace in upholstery for decades.
It'll be fine, don't worry.
Some upholsterers prefer them over tacks as they leave only small holes in the wood and don't require constant hammering, which can weaken more fragile pieces of furniture.
And we have another layer of fabric underneath.
The downside, though, is that people don't hold back, firing them in with little regard for the poor soul who has to pick them all back out again.
I reckon they put more fabric on here just so they could use more staples.
OK, we're getting somewhere.
As Leanne and Charlotte soldier on, Ellen is busy at the sewing machine.
I'm just wrapping this piping cord in this lovely green fabric, and we're going to use it as a little accent around the cushions and around the arm caps, just to add a bit of detail.
The new green piping will, she hopes, complement the bonkers fabric the ladies plan to use. All that seems a long way off, though, as the staple removing has set them back quite a bit. Oh, and it looks like Charlotte's had enough. Let me guess. Status update will be sofa emoji, staple emoji, sad face. Back in Sussex, Sarah has been busy sewing her socks off and her jumpers to beautify the bundle of blankets. But has all the effort been worth it? And, more importantly, has Bramble been a good dog and stayed well clear?
Well, it wasn't how I thought it would turn out, but I think it's all right.
All right, I hope you're being modest. When Sarah saved the blankets, the only things cozying up to them were the moths. But now they will warm the cockles of your heart as a pair of decorative throws. Sarah's clever use of old jumpers has given the pale, plain blanket a burst of colour and personality, topped off with a floral trim, made from yet more unused materials. Sarah has embroidered one of the grey blankets with autumnal flower clusters, leaving most of the lovely soft wool on show. It's a simple, if time-consuming way to update bygone blankets.
Well, I think I've pretty much achieved what I set out to. I've got 2 blankets here that I hope are going to look great on the end of a bed or on a sofa. And I've also got the 3rd blanket, which is washed, soft and ready to sell straight away.
3 beautiful blankets ready for retail. What could be simpler? Bramble, no.
Bramble, off! Bramble, off! Quickly, off! Bramble! Down. That's really naughty. Oh, you cheeky puppy. You're supposed to look at them, not climb all over them.
Bramble, those blankets had better be okay or you are in big trouble.
I don't think that's affected their value.
Just as well. Oh, how could I stay mad at that face?
Hi there.
When Sarah met Pam and Les at the tip, she loved the look of their luggage.
What's in these cases? What might I like?
That's blanket.
The blankets had a bit of history.
Probably bought in about, I should think, when they got married in 1947.
But Pam was happy for them to be given a new lease of life.
It's going to be something, covers or cushions perhaps, even, or something like that with some decoration on them.
Well, you weren't far off, Pam. Sarah took pictures of the blankets and uploaded them onto social media to try and find some buyers. And it wasn't long before she found an interested party. A good start. But did Sarah manage to shift the lot? Sarah's in Godalming in Surrey to show Pam the new look blankets and hand over the profit.
Hello, Sarah. Hello.
Hi there, nice to see
and
you.
you.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Yes, very well.
Thank you.
Beautiful garden.
Yes, my husband does all that.
Isn't it lovely?
It's lovely, it is lovely, yeah.
So why were you chucking out all that stuff at the recycling centre?
Yeah, it was for father-in-law's and he moved down with us. We'd already given a load of blankets to the Salvation Army and they got left behind.
So I worked on them and there were a couple that I thought were really beautiful. There was a white one and one of the old grey ones.
No.
I've got some pictures here to show you.
Oh, right, lovely.
So this is how it ended up.
Oh, that's lovely, yeah.
The white one, I edged it and added lots of just recycled old jumper
that's
details.
Lovely, yeah, that's great.
Do you approve?
Yes, I do, very much so, yeah, they're lovely.
I put some pictures up on social media and they have been bought.
Oh, lovely.
So they've gone off to new homes and I've got a little bit of profit here.
Thank you very much.
I've got £110 here.
Gosh, as much as that, oh, lovely. Thank you very much, thank you.
Is that a bit of a surprise?
It is, absolutely. I didn't expect this at all. Oh, no, that's lovely.
Any idea what you might do with £110?
Well, probably what we're going to do is buy something in memory of the in-laws, sort of something, probably a rose or be something anyway to say, well, that was theirs rather than ours. Is that all right? Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's just the perfect ending for me. So lovely to catch up.
Yeah,
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you so much as well. Thank you.
Sarah spent £10 on her project. The embellished blanket sold for a total of £120, meaning Pam has £110, which she'll use to buy something in honour of her in-laws. Lovely. Sarah has proved that she can pull in the pounds with her own project. She's back in Manchester to find out if her road lamp security robot can be just as profitable. Mark's giving his rusty friend a once-over, but has he managed to make it light up once more? It's alive!
So I'm really happy with him. I had to make a few changes, but I think as a sculpture, it's pulled together really nicely, and I hope that Sarah likes it.
Well, my retro road light was only going in one direction before Mark got his hands on it, and that was skip-bound. So I'm hoping he's given it a new lease of life and put it back on the map.
Sadly for this road lamp, its flame burnt out long ago. But with some 21st century technology, it's back. As an all-singing, all-dancing security cyborg. Mark has cleverly incorporated a state-of-the-art solar-powered security light into an old teapot with motion detector nose and floodlight eyes. The sculpture has been sealed so it's completely waterproof, perfect to plonk in the garden to scare off any unwanted visitors. It's been pack tested and complies with all UK safety standards, as well as looking pretty cool. But is it what Sarah was expecting?
Oh, Mark, you've been busy. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Oh, he's got personality. That wasn't what I was expecting at all. Wow. So he's motion sensor then?
Yeah.
What have you done? How did it go?
When we originally discussed, this was going to be the sort of the head and the body of the robot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I was at a shop and I found this sensor.
Yeah.
It just looked like a face to me.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw it, I thought, I need to build a head. So this is a teapot, and then I sort of put a hat on him so that when the rain drops down, it doesn't hit onto any of the electrics. But I have actually sealed everything anyway.
OK, you've definitely gone the extra mile, haven't you? It's bigger than I was expecting, and I find him really appealing. He's got a very friendly look. So,
he has.
Yeah, brilliant. What's he called?
He's called Chelwyn.
As I said that, I saw that. I know exactly what he's called.
The robot gets Sarah's seal of approval, but a lot of extra work went into it. How did you get on with the budget, Mark?
I think we talked about 120 or something for the budget, I think.
Yeah.
The lights were a bit more expensive. I reckon sort of another 30 quid on top should cover it.
I think 150 quid. He's really decorative and unusual. I think I'm going to make some money on that. So, yeah, brilliant. Well done.
It's a little over budget, but with a lot to show for it.
So I'm really relieved that Sarah liked it. I'm glad that it was unexpected, and hopefully she'll be able to sell it.
Well, I sense I might be onto a bit of a winner there. Mark's done a fantastic job. That's way bigger and better than I expected, and that will really help in sending him off to a nice new home. Got some interesting looking things in there.
When Sarah first clapped eyes on the road lamp, it was sticking out of Robin's boots.
The contents of my father's workshop, which we are gradually getting rid of.
It was of no interest to Robin.
Do you know where that came from?
I don't know where it came from. I know nothing about its history.
So Sarah took it away, and that was just fine with him.
Every single thing which goes to a good home pleases me.
Sarah wasted no time in finding her new flashing friend a home. She sent out pictures online and waited for interest to grow. But did she find a buyer? Sarah's in Godalming in Surrey to catch up with Robin and show him what became of his road lamp.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice
I'm
to
fine.
see you.
You too.
I said I would come and find you again if there was something to be done with your old road light.
Oh, the lamp, yes. Yes, indeed.
Well, I'm really lucky because I work with some great people, and one of them is called Mark, and he's based up in Manchester. So would you like to see how it ended up?
I would. Go on.
You look like you've got a sense of humour. Are you ready?
I'm intrigued.
Meet
Oh.
Chalwyn.
Oh, that's lovely.
Chalwyn is a security light.
That is extraordinary.
So he's wired up to light up when he senses anybody nearby. So what do you think of that?
I think that is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Magnificent object.
We shared pictures of him and he has been sold. So I've got a little bit of money here for you. I've got £50 here for your old traffic light.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
An absolute pleasure. Any idea what you might do with it?
I think it'll go to the local Lions Club. My wife's done some work with the Lions and I'm sure they will make good use of it.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. It was really lovely to see you again.
Cheers then.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mark's final costs came in at £150. Sarah sold the security light for an impressive £200, leaving Robin £50 to donate to a charity that helps people in his local community. That's 2 items now bringing in the bucks. Sarah's back in Bristol to find out if Leanne was able to capture the spirit of the 70s in the old settee. Stripping that big thing was a mammoth task, and I imagine the rest of it wasn't a walk in the park either.
This has been a great project. We've worked really hard on it, and it's been a bit of a labour of love. I really hope Sarah likes it.
I always get really nervous if I'm picking up a sofa. They are big ticket items and they have to be perfect if they're going to sell at a profit. So can't wait to see what the girls have done. I'm hoping for bells, whistles and frills.
When the sofa was saved, everyone agreed that it was a nice colour. It just wasn't colourful enough. Groovy, baby, yeah. Leanne and the team have really outdone themselves. To complement the funky psychedelic fabric, they've thrown in an assortment of vibrant colours and textures. Luxurious short pile velvet now adorns the backrest and seat cushions, with sleek and silky lime green satin jumping out from the armrests. Every inch has been expertly upholstered, with a few extra throw cushions popped on top, adding even more to entice the eye. This isn't a sofa, it's a time machine, and the dial is set for disco.
Leanne?
Hey.
Hello. Oh, I want to say things I'm not allowed to say. Look at that! How are you? Oh my goodness me! That's stunning, isn't it? It's literally giving me goosebumps. Can I have a look round?
Yeah, sure.
Oh wow! Well done. It's exceptional. Really good. Have you sat on it?
No, we should give it a try.
Come on. I'm going. Oh, brilliant! It's really beautiful, comfortable, and these and the whole thing and this velvet.
Right, Sarah, I think you need to chillax. Yes, it's a lovely sofa, but you've not heard about the money yet.
Did you get anywhere near the budget? Because I think you had 750 quid on this, didn't you?
Yeah, it came in on budget.
Result!
It's really cool. I love it. Let me look round the back.
Yeah, Dee.
Right, Sarah, one last look and that's your lot.
Oh my goodness me, I want it.
Well, you can't have it. Time to say goodbye to the sofa.
That went really well. It was so lovely to see Sarah's reaction. She loved it. I just really hope it sells.
Well, they've absolutely nailed it, haven't they? That's got bells, whistles, frills, and I am thrilled with it. Plenty of potential profit in it too. That's a cracker. Hello, are you waiting for a hand with your sofas?
When Sarah caught Sheila before she slung out her sofa, she had to know more.
Do you know when she would have bought it?
Looking at it, I would think about 70s.
Sheila thought nobody would take it off her hands.
My children were going to find somebody to have them, but they said they didn't think they'd like the colour.
Sarah was on hand to wheel it away, leaving Sheila wondering.
What are you going to be doing with it, might I ask?
Sheila, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. Sarah put her salesperson trousers on and got to work. Shifting a big-ticket item like that is no mean feat, but with the help of the internet, she sold it to a private buyer. But for how much? Sarah's in Hazelmere in Surrey to show Sheila the transformation and hand over the profit.
Hello there.
Good morning, Sarah. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you
Good,
doing?
lovely to see you.
And you. I have been really excited about coming back to show you what happened to your sofa. So I know it was your late mother's sofa, and she'd obviously looked after it beautifully. Did you have any thoughts about what we might do with it?
No, I didn't really, no.
I've got some pictures to show you how it ended up.
Wonderful.
Your sofa now looks like this.
That's amazing.
The girls chose a beautiful fabric by a designer
That's
who...
amazing.
Do you like it?
You'd never recognise it, would you? My mother, bless her, I'm sure she's looking down from heaven, and she would absolutely have adored it.
That is such good news. So it has sold, and I've got some profit to give to you today.
My goodness me.
I've got £235 there for your sofa. That's for you.
My goodness, that's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much.
It's a complete pleasure. What might you spend the money on?
I haven't really got a clue. Not a clue.
Excellent.
Terrible thing to say, isn't it?
Well, I hope you have time to ponder, and then if you do something lovely with it, then while you're doing it, think of us.
I certainly will do.
Excellent.
I certainly will do. And thank you once again.
Oh, total pleasure. Lovely to see you. Thank you.
Lovely.
Bye-bye.
Lovely.
Leanne and the gang came in on budget at £750. With a phenomenal sale of £985, Sheila has £235 to, well, I'm sure she'll think of something eventually. Sarah has saved, sold and celebrated. 3 items that would have otherwise been dumped and lost forever have all been turned around and given the chance to live again.
Well, with some imagination and lots of hard work, we've transformed 3 tip finds into cool, original items. And what's even better, they're all off to new homes too.
It's like waiting for the ships to come in, isn't it?
How do you make money for nothing?
You're throwing this away as well?
The answer could be hiding in over 20 million tonnes of household waste thrown out by us every year.
This is nice, though, isn't it?
That's why reclamation expert Jay Blades wants to get his hands on things before they hit the skip.
I've been a builder, I've been a philosophy student, and now I'm a furniture restorer. So I know more than most about transformation. I revamp the old into the new and then sell it on for a profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers.
They do need a little bit of fixing.
Yeah.
A little bit of love.
He can transform his finds into desirable...
Wow, this is amazing.
Valuable...
That's unbelievable.
That's your door.
And hopefully saleable items.
You've done a brilliant job, mate. Brilliant job.
If Jay is successful, then he can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
I wasn't expecting that. No. Dear me.
Welcome to Whitley Recycling Center, a lively scene of hustling and bustling, where Jay is on a mission to turn your trash into hard cash.
Now look at this, it's super busy. I don't know why I'm talking to you guys. I need to get out there and find some gems.
But before you make a beeline for your local tip, take note. Jay's been given special permission.
Got anything, any junk.
To seek out 3 items that he can reclaim, revitalise and sell on for a profit.
What are you throwing away?
First to catch Jay's attention is David, with a piece of furniture on its last bobbing legs.
Now that looks nice. Hello. Oh, let me give you a hand.
Oh, cheers, thanks. All right. Thanks very much.
How you doing? I'm Jay.
Hi, Jay. How you doing? Yeah, good.
So, obviously, you're throwing this away.
Correct, yeah.
And why?
Mum's moving with us to Somerset, so we decided to get rid of all the stuff in the house. That's about 50 years old, so...
So you remember this as a child, then?
50 years ago, I guess, yeah.
Right.
There's just only a certain amount of stuff we can keep, you see.
So Mum doesn't mind you throwing it away?
No, not at all, no. It's been stuck in the garage at the back for years, but good craftsmanship in those days, by the looks of it.
No, it was. And look, it's still solid. Obviously, you've got that split in there and that split, but that's not a problem at all, actually. I do like it a lot. Would you mind if I was to take this?
No, please help yourself.
And I'll keep you posted on what I've done with it.
Yeah,
that'd be
all
right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's diamond.
A jewel of a find indeed, Jay. So, David, any thoughts on what the future may hold for your mum's table?
Bit of modern chic? What do they call it these days? Distressed chic or something? I don't know. I'm sure he'll do a good job.
Well, thank you for your vote of confidence, but here's hoping it won't be too distressed.
Now, it's not every day you come across an oak table. Now, this table is lovely. The features on it are to die for, but it's got a naughty crack right down the middle there, and also on one of the drop leaves. But I'm a great believer in bringing things back to life, and I think I know someone who can help me out on this one.
And that's someone that Jay's invited to the table. Daniel Heath, the Renaissance man of rubbish. Daniel's passion is to take unused materials and make them sing.
There's a point in the creative process where you kind of have this eureka moment. It's a painful process of trying to extract an idea and put it into some visual that works. I like to think that the limits are only temporary for what we can do, and I get really excited by new opportunities that I haven't really even thought of until they come along.
Well, Daniel, if ever there was a table crying out for a new lease of life, it's this one. With one item safely tucked away, Jay's back on the lookout for enterprise number 2. And he's feeling pretty lucky today.
Just found a tub of money. That's a bit too easy, isn't it? Right, let's go and find some real items.
Good idea. Perhaps David can deliver with his trunk full of junk.
How we doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad, not
All right.
bad. Yeah,
So
not
do you
good.
have the seats to go with them?
I do, but these weigh an absolute ton. They're soaked to the skin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where they been outside?
Been in the garden for all summer, really.
Well, let me have a look at those chairs.
Yeah. Have a look at that. Yeah, there's they used to be 4, but the other 2 broke. But these.
The other 2 are broken?
Yeah, I chucked them away a long time ago. Yeah. Well, you like the look of them, then, do you?
I do like the look of them. You can tell that they've been outside because that's starting to lift.
Oh, yeah,
that's
they're
just
starting to
basically where the
expand,
glue
aren't
is.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
expanded.
Yeah.
But they're still solid. So
Yeah.
that's it's brilliant. Varnish has come off.
Yeah, well, I did try and break them up before I came out, and I couldn't break them, so I just chucked them in.
Well, that's a
like
good
that.
sign you couldn't break them. That's a really good sign. So how long have you had these chairs then? They haven't always been outside, have they?
God, no, they were in the house for many years. God, I've had them 20, 30 years, something like that. In fact, these came with my second wife.
And she doesn't mind getting rid of these?
She helped me load them, actually. So,
Oh,
yeah,
she
yeah,
helped you load them?
yeah.
So it's all right to take these?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'll stay in contact with you and let you know what I've done.
Yeah,
Is
that'd
that
be
all
great.
right?
Yeah, I'd be interested, yeah.
Diamond,
Okay.
sorry about the wet hand.
That's all right, not a problem. Yeah,
Right.
you're welcome.
I'll be back for those seats as well.
OK, yeah, I'll get those out for you.
Cheers.
Thank you, kind sir. But what do you think he'll do with them?
I'd like to see them back and functioning, to be honest. We only got rid of them because they didn't fit anymore, you know, and we had a new table. Yeah, I'd like to think somebody can sit on them in the future, yeah.
So 4 would have been a lot better, but 2 is better than none at all. I think in the right hands, these are going to look amazing.
And Jay has 4 hands in mind that could be perfect. It can only be Katie and Richard. Husband and wife team Katie and Richard not only have love for one another, but also for creative reclamation. And they're sharing it with the world. Their passion is to take unused and unloved items and make them sing.
I do have a tendency to go quite crazy, and maybe a little bit crazier than you, that'd be fair to say, and you're good at reining me in.
Our skills are sort of complementary, I think,
Yeah.
as well, rather than overlap, so
Yeah.
we don't tread on each other's toes.
It's very egalitarian, as long as he does what I tell him to do. I think it's all right, isn't it? It works well, yeah.
She's in charge.
Well, someone will need to be for this challenge. That's 2 items gathered, tagged and loaded onto the money-for-nothing wagon. Now it's time for Jay to chase down his own pound-making project.
I did it all by myself.
And he's making himself useful along the way. Good man, Jay.
There we go.
Lift it high and dry.
All right.
One good deed deserves another. Could Lee's boot full of junk be music to Jay's ears?
No way. How we doing, mate?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Don't tell me you're throwing these away.
Yeah, I'm throwing these away.
Why?
It's been in the shed for too long now, so just going to get rid.
These are nice, solid items, these are. Did you used to be a DJ or something? What?
Yeah, about 9 years ago, and I just stopped.
What's in this one? Are you throwing that away as well?
Yeah, throwing that away. It's empty. It's just a flight case.
Flight case?
Yeah.
So what used to be in there, then?
Just turntables, a mixer, both sides.
So this is redundant. Oh, blimey, they're heavy, aren't they? So what music do you used to play then?
A bit of funky house, speed garage, a bit of everything, really.
You must miss it, though, eh?
I miss it, but it's having the time.
Yeah.
You grow up.
You grow up, yeah.
Work, get a job.
And why are they so heavy? Is it because of the speaker that's inside
I'd imagine so. There's a massive magnet in there anyway. So.
Oh, there's a magnet in there? All right. OK. So, if it's all right with you, can I take them, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure?
Look, it's going in there anyway, so yeah.
All right. Well, I'll probably be able to turn these into something, and then I'll stay in contact with you and let you know what I've done, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good on you, man. But you've got to give me a hand with these, because these are too heavy, man. Blimey. A little less complaining, please, Jay. A great find, though. What do you think's in store for them, Lee?
Be interesting to see what you can do with it. Can't see what you can do with it, but it'll be interesting.
So these are so cool. What we've got is a massive long flight case and 2 industrial speakers. Now, they are heavy, just take my word for that, but I'm really excited about these ones. I think I could turn this into something amazing.
That makes it 3 items banked. Daniel will take on the table. Katie and Richard have the chairs to transform. And Jay will work his magic on the old DJ kit.
Now, that's it, done and dusted. Got 3 good items in the bag. Let the games begin.
Stratford, East London. This area has seen extensive transformation in recent years, which makes it the perfect spot for Daniel's workshop.
Hopefully he's going to like it, even though it's falling apart. But it's a heavy lump, so I need him to give me a hand. So there we are.
So,
it's all right, isn't it?
it's all right. It will be.
It will be, yeah. Let's get it in on the bench.
Yeah, let's have a proper look at it inside. Righty. Okay.
Can do something with this?
Yeah, just, well, we managed to get it in here without it falling to pieces.
Yeah, anything
so that's
more.
encouraging.
Well, this side looks like it's going to fall apart at any time.
Yeah. So it's the individual bits of timber that are just separating from each other, aren't they?
Yeah, that's all it is, really.
And they're not split. They're good bits of wood.
The idea that I was thinking of is just having one of your lovely prints on top. So you coming up, because when it is all glued together, you've got kind of like this beautiful oval shape, which would be quite nice, I think.
It's a nice...
Look at that. That's a big shape, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice surface area, for sure. Lovely. Yeah, OK.
But you've got to do the work, and then you've got to kind of fix it as well.
Yeah, I think I should probably think of them as two separate activities.
Right.
Sort it out first.
Yeah.
And then add something to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's loads of... You've done well, because there's...
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There's flat surface area.
Yeah,
and,
there
and
is. And there's lots of it as well.
Yeah.
Excellent. Daniel likes the table, but will Jay like the budget?
If I can have 400, then I know that I can do the work on it properly.
Yeah.
And get it really, really beautifully put back together.
Yeah.
Then with a real signature print on the top, and do something special with the underneath as well.
So basically, what you're saying to me is you're going to fix it, you're going to make it look cool.
Yeah.
And you're going to make my job selling it easier for £400.
Yeah, I think so.
Stick it there, mate. I'm going to get in there quick.
Absolutely, Jay. You know a good deal when you hear one.
Jay's left me quite a good project, I think, because it's made of really good material, but I'm yet to discover to what extent, you know, it's wonky and it's fallen to pieces, basically.
Now, Daniel seemed really pleased to take on that old rickety table. Now, for £400, he's going to turn it into something amazing. I just can't wait to see the results.
Daniel has agreed a budget of £400 to transform the table. Jay is leaving him to decide on the vital print design which could make or break this project. The charming county of Monmouthshire in South Wales. The ideal setting for husband and wife team Richard and Katie to lose themselves in the art of reclamation.
I'd really like for him to just bring something that's just totally overlooked, really dilapidated and a bit sad and just needs a bit of love.
Yeah, something that's a bit sad and lonely, lived a long life, but is now on its way down, and we can give it a lift, rejuvenate it.
Forget about the chairs. I'll be right over.
I'm in sunny old South Wales, and I've come to see Katie and Richard. And I've brought them along these lovely teak chairs. Now, they need a bit of fixing. I'm sure they can handle that. Let's go and see them.
How are we doing, guys?
All right.
How are you doing?
Hi. Oh.
Wow, look at these.
Got something for you.
Okay.
Excellent.
Do you want to grab
Exciting.
one?
Cool.
Oh.
Let's have a look.
Nice.
How you doing?
All right. Hi, Jay. How you doing?
I'm very good, actually.
Good.
That one goes up there. How you
All
doing,
right,
sir?
mate. Yeah, very well. Good to see you.
Interesting.
They are interesting.
Yeah.
And I thought they'd be right up your street, to tell
Yeah.
you the truth.
Yeah.
They do need a little bit of fixing.
Yeah.
A little bit of love.
Yeah, just a little bit. Well, cosmetically, they look a bit tired.
They are a bit tired.
But they're still a form of a chair, which is a good start, isn't it?
Yeah, lots of potential there, I think. Lots of potential.
Some lovely shape as well. I like this. This is really interesting detail.
So what I was thinking, that you guys could just cover these over and, spruce them up a bit. But obviously, I'm here, so it's your ideas, really.
Strip them back first,
Yeah.
I think, sand them down.
Right.
See what's going on underneath.
Yeah.
And then...
And
what do you think?
reseated, I think. Obviously, new fabric, but it might be nice to really get them a little bit more padded as well, make them super comfy. And this might be beech, I think. It looks like a...
No, I think this is teak.
Oh, is it
I think we've got
teak?
teak here. Yeah.
Oh,
Which is nice.
Really nice.
Yeah.
So, it brings me down to budget. How much are we talking?
What do you think?
Well, I think we can probably do the pair for 150.
Cool.
Yeah?
150. So that's fixing them, making them structurally sound, as you said, Richard.
Yeah.
And then new padding on the top,
Yeah.
fabric, and obviously all these scratches and all that. It's going to look a bit better than it is now.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll sand them down and put a little bit of
And
treatment
then maybe
on the wood.
and a bit of a little bit of paint here and there to pick out the colours of whatever material we use.
That's what I like to wear.
Are we talking
your
language? You like a bit of colour?
I love a bit of colour. Not a lot, I love colour.
Yeah.
So 150, we got a deal.
OK, lovely.
All right.
Nice
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, enjoy. Have fun.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Deal done. Happy, guys?
We asked for something that was a bit sad and in need
Yeah.
of repair, and that's what we've got. But I'm really chuffed. You chuffed?
Me too. There's a lot we can do with them. Be nice to get stuck in.
Well then, we won't hold you back any longer.
I'm well chuffed that I brought those 2 chairs down to Katie and Richard. Now, they mentioned a bit of colour, and you know that's right up my street. I just can't wait to see what they do with them.
Katie and Richard's transformation budget is £150. It sounds like they've got what they wanted, but perhaps they should be careful what they wish for. Wonderful Wolverhampton, the creative hub that Jay calls home. The man himself is at his workshop and is raring to get started on the old discarded DJ gear.
It's a nice little DJ set, this is, but its partying days are well and truly over. What I'm intending on doing to this is turn it into a luxurious dressing table. Now, when I open this up, basically, this tells me it's a dressing table because you've got compartments here and storage. On the back there, it's just going to have one long mirror and with some lights, simple. Add the legs on, give it a height. Then for the speakers down below, I'm going to turn those into bedside cabinets. So you'll have a whole bedroom suite set. That's cool, isn't it?
Too cool for school, Jay, or even the bedroom.
First things first, what I have to do is clean this and just get rid of all the stuff I don't want in here and tackling the outside as well. Because what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give it a uniformed colour, but really make a feature of these corners.
That's the exterior prepared. What's next?
So what I'm going to do now is start to rip out some of this foam and basically give me a chance to actually get in there and get all this dust and sand it a bit better. So that's both of them rubbed down, ready for the primer. So the mirror part and also the dressing table. But before I do all of that, I'm going to measure out for a lid base. And what I mean is this kind of bit of lid, and it's going to cover up all of the stuff that you've got inside it. So you don't really want it to be on display, you know, all your messy stuff. Have a hole in there, put your finger in, lift up the lid, and there you go. Measure twice and cut once. So just measuring up again, make sure I've got it perfect.
Good man. We like a bit of perfection around here.
So I've got a number of these that I want to cut, and what I brought out is the big boy saw to just save on the arms.
And speaking of which, a gentle reminder to save other parts of the body by wearing a dust mask and eye protection.
So I've got all the sides cut, and now just slotting them in place, because this will be a perfect base for the actual lid on top. And it just makes it look a lot more neater. And then obviously, once I've got a bit of paint on there, that's the same colour as the inside, then should all go according to plan.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Jay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I have to admire your optimism.
So now I've taken the sides out, you can see the compartments working really well. Just need a splash of colour, lids, legs, back, mirror, lights. God blimey, there's a lot to do, isn't there?
There certainly is. You'd better get those sleeves rolled up. And with £26 and 50p spent so far and a lot of work still to be done, you may be running the risk of having to give yourself a bit of a dressing down. Over in East London, Daniel is about to get cracking on the oak table. What's the plan?
I just basically need to fix it, shore it up, and then I can start to do some really interesting things with it as well.
First things first, the tabletop needs to come off so it can be repaired.
So what I'm going to do now is get the middle pieces together and mark out where I'm going to drill and put the dowels in. I'm going to use a wooden dowel.
Wooden dowel pins are used to reinforce joints and support shelves.
But first of all, I've got to mark where I'm actually going to put the dowels in. So I've got this tool, which is basically a guide for doing my dowels. So it will just make sure that the dowels are in the same height on both pieces of timber so that they'll marry together.
Ooh, very clever.
So they seem okay.
Calibration confirmed. Lashings of glue now required.
That feels good. I'm pleased with how it's come together. What I need to do now, you can still see there's a gap, and that's where I'm going to use these ratchets to basically ratchet these so that they're joined together, and they should hopefully end up with a really, really nice join.
With the tabletop set aside to dry, Daniel turns his attention to the legs.
It's really satisfying.
It's so nice to see a man happy in his work.
Great.
So far, this table doesn't appear to be giving Daniel any problems.
I'm just going to show you one small part of this kind of process that I'm going to do to it that's going to transform it. And I'm going to apply gold leaf to these sections here. And the first thing that I need to do is I need to apply the glue to the surface that will stick the gold leaf on.
Daniel is brushing the glue into all of the creases and folds of the bobbin legs to ensure an even coverage when the gold leaf is applied.
Stick it all the way around. So as you can see, it's a really time-consuming process.
Time-consuming and fiddly, you say? Nothing like a little pressure to help get the job done. In South Wales, Richard and Katie have pulled up a couple of chairs.
Right then.
What's on the agenda for today, guys?
The first job, as ever, is to sand them down. As you can see, they're looking a bit weary. So we want to strip the wood right back, and then we can oil it, make them look really beautiful again.
I'm going to take a look at the seats. They're not too bad pad-wise, but I think we need to replace all the upholstery because it may be that they're damp and a little bit old, a bit smelly. So I will take all this apart, probably use the original board and then reupholster them and choose some nice fabric. And also we need to pick some paint colour if we use colour that works with the fabric. So we need a bit of time to choose carefully, I think.
Yeah, bring them back to life.
Sounds good. But it's quite a to-do list. Best get started.
Yeah, it's going.
That'll do for now, and I think it's going to shake a little bit once you sand it.
And please, folks, like Richard, make sure you always wear a protective mask when sanding. It'll put a smile on Katie's face.
Yeah, I think Jay might be right. He thought it was teak under here.
Yeah, it's looking like teak, isn't it? It's not
dark.
It's not pale enough to be beach.
No.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Grain's really nice.
So let's have a go at a leg.
Confirmation of teak is good news. Teak furniture is amongst the most expensive. And why? It's sought after for its elegance and its durability. Rather like myself.
We're probably going to put a bit of paint on these chairs, just to pick out a few details. So I'm going to have a play with some colours just to get an idea of what we're going to use.
With progress made on the chair frames, now is a good time to step inside a world of fabric.
So this is my magic fabric basket. So I'm just going to have a little look and see if we can find anything that might work for the chairs.
So we're going to need something that's fairly hard wearing, aren't we?
That's a good weight. That's good.
Oh yeah, that's nice with the pink.
You know what's quite nice about this? It's got a bit of humour to it.
The
You know,
idea
if you're
of
gonna...
sitting on a cactus.
Yeah, look at the colours in that. That's amazing. I love that fabric.
It seems the guys are having far too much fun. Time for Minnie to jump in and help move things along.
This one? What do you think? Say, if you like it. No.
Well, Minnie wasn't much help, but the perfect fabric is in there somewhere. Time for Katie to focus on the seat pads.
I want to keep the wooden base, and I'm just going to take off all the covering, all of this slightly manky material that we've got on that we're not going to use. See what's underneath. This is chipboard. You can see straight away that it's suffered a bit of damp. Might be salvageable, might sand it up a bit and just see if the damp's penetrated it. We might have to replace the wooden base as well.
After a good start, it seems the chair is giving up some unwanted secrets. Perhaps converting these chairs on a small budget won't be so easy after all. While the artisans continue to work hard on their items, Jay is putting the finishing touches to the flight case.
This is looking beautiful.
When Jay rescued the DJ case from the skip, its party days were well and truly over. Fun, functional and well and truly funky. Jay's joinery skills have turned this from a cast-off case into a dapper dressing table. Standing on a set of sleek legs, it comes complete with new compartments. Alas, the speakers didn't make the grade, but Jay put all his focus into the case, and the dressing table can now play its part in many more nights to come. Happy, Jay?
Now this has come out exactly the way I wanted it to. I had a few troubles along the way, but that's to be expected. I've never done a dressing table like this before, but I've got all the elements here. I've got a mirror, I've got compartments where you can store all your bits and bobs, and I've even got holes in the back for the hair dryers and all other bits. So, there's only one other bit. Let's put this down like that. The piece de la resistance, check this out. Goes like that. Bosh. Now that is cool.
Very cool, Jay. Good work. When Jay met him at the tip, Lee was clearing out the remnants of his old DJ career.
Did you used to be a DJ or something?
Yeah, about 9 years ago, and I just stopped.
You must miss it though, eh?
I miss it, but it's having the time.
Yeah.
You grow up.
You grow up, yeah.
Work, get a job.
Lee may have played his last record, but Jay tapped into the beat of his imagination and the rhythm of his vision. And the result? A bold and unique dressing table. The lights have been pat tested, ensuring that it complies with all UK safety standards. Now Jay is back in Walsall to see Lee and show him the transformation.
How are we doing?
Oh, you're all right, Joe.
You all right, mate?
You okay?
Yeah, very good. So, do you remember your, what was it called, your DJ set that you brought down?
Yeah, yeah.
So how long you had that for?
About... can't remember how long, but it's been in the shed for about 4 years.
Oh, is it? 4 years?
It was about, I think I've had about 8, 10 years.
So your DJing days are over then?
Yeah, definitely over.
Well, I took it on myself, that flight case that you had, and the speakers. I didn't do much with the speakers. As a matter of fact, I didn't do anything with them. But what I did with the deck was that. Turned it into a dressing table. So what you've got, these are 3 compartments. You lift them up, and then you put all your storage in there.
That's good, that does.
And then you've got your mirror there, where the lights, you can change them, and it's LED.
That's pretty good.
You like that, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
But the sad thing is, I think it's cool, you think it's cool, but no one's bought it.
No one's bought it yet?
No one's bought it yet.
Yet.
And that's the word I like to hear, because basically, I will get this sold, and as soon as I do, I'm going to send some money your way.
Awesome.
Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice
all
one.
right?
Cheers, Jay.
You take care,
nice
man.
one, you take care.
All right, mate. See you later. Now, Lee was impressed with the transformation, but we didn't sell it. Now, I'm a little bit gutted about that. Onwards and upwards, I'll get that sold.
Jay spent £86.49 on materials. And although he hasn't had a buyer yet, as soon as he does, the profit will be making its way to Lee. In East London, Daniel is giving the table a final polish in preparation for Jay's arrival.
Jay dropped me off a table that was in a bit of a state, so I think he's going to be really pleased to see it kind of put back together in one piece, and yeah, I hope he likes what I've done with it.
Well, Daniel, we're about to find out.
I'm here to pick up my broken drop leaf table. Now, Daniel said to me he's going to give me something special. I'm just hoping he's done that and he's put the table together again.
After years of loyal service, it seemed this table's dining days were over. But now, it looks good enough to eat your dinner off. To turn the fractured furniture back into something functional, Daniel toiled day and night to repair, restore, refresh and renew the old table. His show-stopping design was printed directly onto the reconstructed top, creating a real centrepiece. The imitation gold leaf on the beautiful bobbin legs enhances the classy feel of this luxurious table. It's all back in one piece, but what will Jay make of it?
Hey, Jay.
Come on, man. Keep doing this to me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. I'm pleased with it. What do you think?
You've got to stop. You keep on lifting these levels up of your work, and you've got to give some of us a chance to catch up, mate. This is beautiful.
The legs are making a statement, but the top is something else. So
yeah.
There's lots of different things going on in this piece.
There's a lot, but what you've done is you've created a table which just looks light, and it's got so much movement to it. Like, I think it is beautiful. It's like a table in flight. Yeah, you've made a heavy table, looks super light, and the legs, come on. You know I love a bit of bling, and that is just...
Well, I just thought, you know, these sorts of tables are quite commonplace,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, why not do something with it that's really fun,
Yeah.
lifts it up, makes it into something completely different from the rest of them. So, yeah, gold leaf.
Gold leaf. It's quality.
Jay's happy, but did all this quality add to the budget?
Actually, it was fine because I haven't really done anything other than put it back together and paint it and give it a new look.
No, what no, don't say you haven't done anything. Look what you've done to that. That's a work of art, mate. You've done a bit more than just putting it together. Yeah? That's gorgeous.
But I didn't have to buy any new timber or anything like that, you know. The raw ingredients were there.
Yeah.
It just needed putting all back together and smartening up.
Modest as always, Daniel, but Jay is absolutely thrilled with the result.
Daniel has opened up the true potential of that table. I couldn't be happier.
The oak table belonged to David, who was optimistic for its future.
Bit of modern chic? What do they call it these days? Distressed chic or something? I don't know. I'm sure he'll do a good job.
Distressing? No. Stunning?
Oh, yes.
You said it, Daniel. And it didn't take long for a private buyer on Daniel's social media to agree. Now Jay is on his way to see David to hand over the profit.
Hello, Dave.
Hello again.
How you doing?
I'm well, and you?
I'm very well.
Good.
So how you been then?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
So do you remember the table you brought to a recycling centre?
We were actually emptying Mum's house.
OK.
Because she's moving down here with us to Somerset.
Yeah.
And my dad was a real hoarder. We lost him a couple of years ago, and we couldn't keep everything.
Right.
So you guys were there and took it away for us.
Right. Well, it was a good solid bit of timber and a beautiful table, even though it was broken. And took it down to London, East London, to a guy called Daniel Heath. And he worked his magic on it. And do you want to have a butcher's? What he done?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, look at that.
Wow. Oh, my word, that is amazing.
So all of that, what's on there, is his own design, and he's printed it on.
That is amazing. And I thought my dad had really bad taste in furniture.
No, he's got good taste, because that table was beautiful English oak.
Was it really?
Solid.
That's incredible. That is absolutely amazing. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, Someone else thought it was incredible and amazing.
OK.
So much so that it's been sold, and I have for you £325.
Oh, my God. Wow. That is incredible. My mum's going to love that, because I wanted to go away on holiday this Christmas.
Right, yeah.
So, there we go. It's my mum's table, and
Right.
her and Dad bought it.
OK?
Sorry, yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. She's going to love it.
No, that's good. And as I said, your old man, he had brilliant taste because the table was good,
Yeah.
and it looks good, and so much someone's bought it. So
incredible.
It's going to keep it full circle.
Thank you so much.
Right?
That's just amazing.
No, thank you.
Wow.
And tell
Brilliant.
Mum I said hello.
I will.
All right?
Thank you so much.
You take care now.
Take care then. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. I think David was impressed with that transformation and the emotion that he showed because it was his father's table. Now that was touching. And the money's going to his mum so she can have a nice break. Brilliant.
Daniel charged £400 to transform the table. The table was bought for £725, leaving a £325 profit to go towards David's mum's holiday. In South Wales, Katie and Richard are giving the two dining chairs a final polish in preparation for Jay's arrival.
There's something a little bit unusual about them. They're quite fairy tale-like, and I don't know whether Jay goes in for fairy tales, but we do.
Well, guys, we're about to find out.
I'm in South Wales to see Katie and Richard, and I want to know how they got on with those wet dining chairs. Hopefully, they've dried them out and done them up a treat.
Damp, damaged and about to be dumped. That was until Jay delivered them to Katie and Richard. It seems fairy tales do come true. Unrecognisable from their previous life, Katie and Richard started right at the beginning to refit, refurbish and rejuvenate this pair of tired chairs. They've brought the best out of the teak, have completely replaced those damp seats, which meet all UK fire safety standards. Katie and Richard hope the new look will give the chairs the happy ever after they deserve. But what will the boss think?
How are we doing, guys? Are you still working on them?
No, not these.
Oh. Now, that's nice, isn't it? Thank you.
Yeah, you like him?
Yeah, I do like them.
Excellent.
Pink and brown.
Pink and brown.
Yeah, it's unusual, isn't it?
I've never used pink and brown together, and I thought I'd done all of the colours. And you've got one up on me, actually.
Yeah.
So why did you choose this fabric?
Wow, because originally we thought that the wood was going to stand up
Light.
more golden.
Yeah.
You know, not light, but golden. And we thought, oh, a nice green or a blue or tone. And then as soon as we got this, we thought, no, it's not going to work.
Right.
I found this fabric and it had this teak colour in it, almost, you know, and I thought, hey, will we do something really moody and unusual?
Yeah.
Try and
it
colour
also
match
had
this.
the pink, so it suggested this little flash of pink
Yeah.
across the top.
And it's
Together, tonally, it all seems to work really well. You know, it's got a rich, kind of luxurious feel to it.
like sort of 70s luxe feel.
You've done it. Well done.
A cracking result. But has all that work added to the budget?
And budget-wise, I left you with £150 for the pair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spot
we're good.
on.
Well, spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. I love it.
know.
I love it.
Jay's been won over by the luxurious 70s look. Happy, guys?
I like that he was surprised as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to keep people on their toes, keep them guessing, and an unusual colour combination is a risk,
Yeah.
but I think it paid off.
Yeah.
Took me a little while to get my head around that colour combination, but now I love it. Those chairs are pretty and pink. Time to get selling.
The dining chairs belong to David, who would have been more than happy with a little spruce up.
I'd like to see them back and functioning, to be honest. I'd like to think somebody can sit on them in the future, yeah.
And thanks to Katie and Richard, one can not only sit on them, but gaze at their beauty. No wonder that Lovely and British, a gift shop in Southwark, London, said, "We'll have those, thank you very much." Owner Lorna was delighted with her purchase.
Oh, they're lovely. Really pleased. They're going to fit in well with the shop.
Now Jay is back in Walsall to hand over the profit.
Oh, yeah.
How are we doing? You all
I'm
right?
good, I'm good, yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you remember those 2 chairs, or the wet chairs that you brought down
Oh,
to the
yeah,
recycling
they
centre?
were very damp, weren't they?
I took them to a couple down in South Wales, and what they turned your chairs into is... Have a look at this.
Good grief. There's those chairs. That's incredible. They're matching, they're matching pairs.
The matching pair.
Fantastic.
So they've got the pink on the back,
yeah,
and they've cleaned them up, and the seats, they just got rid of them.
They're
because-
reupholstered, are they? As well?
Yeah, reupholstered, new base, because the base was all wet.
Yeah.
Rubbed them all down, re-oiled them, paint, new upholstery. And there you go.
Fantastic.
I'm pleased to tell you, I was able to sell those.
Oh, right, OK.
And I've got for you, £115.
Good grief.
Profit.
That's fantastic. Right, that's brilliant.
right?
That is excellent. In fact, that's...
What are you going to do with that?
Well, you might have seen my prostate cancer badge. I'm doing a cycle run for that, so that'll go in my sponsorship.
Oh, is
towards,
it?
Yeah, so that'll go towards cancer.
So how far are you riding? Where are you going?
I'm doing the Grand Depart, which is a mirror of the first stage of the Tour de France next year. So it's 195k. Yeah.
In one day you're going to do that?
In one day, yeah.
God blimey, well, you could best get some practice in
I
then.
shall, yeah,
All right.
yeah. That's fantastic. Cheers.
Thanks a lot.
No
You take
problem.
care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Now that was a great result. Dave was thoroughly impressed with regards to what we did to his chairs, and also the money's going to a great cause. All-round winner.
Katie and Richard kept to their £150 budget. The chairs were sold for £265, leaving David with £115 to put towards his charity event. Jay salvaged 3 items from the tip. Daniel wowed us with the oak table. Katie and Richard worked wonders on the dining chairs. And Jay produced some magic with the DJ kit.
What a mix of tip finds. It just goes to show that with a bit of imagination and a lot of hard work, even the most tired items can be transformed. Now that is what I like to see.
How do you make money for nothing?
What's the story behind this?
The answer could be hiding in over 20 million tonnes of household waste thrown out by us every year.
And I'd like to have that one as well.
Yeah, sure, if you want. That's why reclamation expert Jay Blades wants to get his hands on things before they hit the skip.
I've been a builder, I've been a philosophy student, and now I'm a furniture restorer. So I know more than most about transformation. I revamp the old into the new and then sell it on for a profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers.
I know it might not look like much.
So it's in a bit of a state.
He can transform his finds into desirable...
I can't get over it.
Valuable...
I weren't expecting that.
And hopefully saleable items.
Kev, you've done it again, sir.
If Jay is successful, then he can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to Altrincham Recycling Center, a non-stop hive of activity. Jay is on a mission to turn your trash...
What's this, out of a garage or something?
Yeah. ...into hard cash.
I'm looking for some lovely treasure that I can transform into something amazing.
But before you make a beeline for your local tip, take note. Jay's been given special permission.
See you later, mate.
To seek out 3 items.
I hope he's not crushing any of the good stuff.
That he can rejuvenate, repurpose and sell on for a profit. First to pique Jay's interest is Darren, with this Conservatory 2-seater.
God, blimey. You're all right. Stick that. Where is this from, then?
From my house.
From your house?
Clearing out, yeah.
So how long have you had it?
About 5, 6 years now. So we're just getting rid of it.
There's nothing wrong with it, though, that I can see, is it? It's all right.
Well, yeah, but I just, you know, when you need it out of the way.
Yeah. Where did you buy this, then?
I actually bought that online 5 years ago.
Brand new, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Was this comfortable?
Very comfortable, just changing over.
So what was this, in the conservatory?
Conservatory, yeah.
So you've had this 5, 6 years, nothing really wrong with it. Yeah, I'd like to take it, if it's all right with you.
Take it if you like, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I'll stay in contact with you when I turn it into something good.
All right.
Yeah?
Cheers, mate.
All right, no problem.
Good luck.
All right.
A pleasing first find for Jay. But what do you reckon he'll do with it, Darren?
I've no idea, but it might turn it into something beautiful. You know, there's money in trash, isn't there, these days? So somebody's trash is another person's treasure. I've had my use out of it, so good luck to him.
Thank you, sir. That's very kind of you. What do you think, Jay?
So I've got a nice, tidy little conservatory sofa, but it's looking a bit dated. Once it's spruced up, I guarantee you, this is going to look gorgeous.
And the man Jay wants to revive this recliner? Simeon Horton Smith. Simeon has been making waves in the upholstery world, mixing classical techniques with fresh modern design. His passion is to give old furniture new life and a chance to be loved again.
I think I have a good attention to detail, which I think comes through into the chairs. Sometimes I can't leave them alone until they're perfect. I think the way I look at it is, if it's not good enough to go into my home, I wouldn't want to put it into anybody else's home.
An admirable attitude, but he might have a little rethink once he's had a look at this one. With one item safely tucked away, Jay's on the lookout for number 2, and he's keeping himself amused in the meantime.
I'm ugly, no, you're ugly, and you stink. Just a bit of trash talk.
If you're quite finished, Jay, Talia and Sasha are here with a car full of cast-offs.
Hello, ladies.
Hi. Hi.
How you doing? I'm Jay.
I'm Talia.
Talia?
Yeah. Sasha.
All right, cool. So,
Hello.
you've got tiles.
Yeah.
Where are these from, then? You've been doing tiling, haven't you?
No, the opposite. Untiled it.
Did you really take these off the floor?
Yeah.
So how many have you got in here?
About 25.
And obviously they've come out of a bathroom.
Yeah,
is that right?
bathroom. Yeah.
So whose bathroom is it?
Mum. Mother's.
It's
the main
mother.
one. The main one of the house.
The main
shared
lady.
Bathroom. Yeah.
The shared bathroom.
Yeah.
Is it all right with you if I take these? Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Take all of them. I'm going to try and make something out of them, and then I'll come back and show you what I've done.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Good man, Jay. 25 bathroom tiles, the perfect material for building... help me out, ladies.
No idea, but I'm very intrigued. I look forward to, hopefully, him doing something fabulous.
I'm hoping for a life-size sculpture of myself in slate.
We shall do our best, Sasha.
I'm sure we're going to be able to make something out of this because we've got so many. They're durable, hard-wearing, and there's money to be made off these.
Sounds just the ticket. And Jay knows the man to bank on to create something great from his slate. Daniel Heath. Daniel has a passion for all things salvaged and sustainable. He's an award-winning wallpaper designer who loves adding artistic flair to bespoke furniture pieces.
I love working with salvage materials. Salvage materials come with an inbuilt narrative and a story. They've had a life. They've got baggage. You discover a lot about the material that's salvaged when you're working on it. You know what's happened to it in its lifetime, and you know what you can do to bring it back to life.
Well, Daniel, those tiles have had people walk all over them their whole life. Time for a change. 2 items loaded into the money for nothing van. Now it's time for Jay to search for his own pound-making project. Whenever you're ready, Jay.
God blimey. Oh, that's heavy. What is that?
Maybe David could add some more weight to the proceedings and open up some new possibilities.
I do love a door. How we doing, sir?
Oh, hello.
All right.
Fine, thank you, yeah.
I'm
Hi.
Jay. You all right?
Hello, Jay.
So what are you doing with this, then?
Throwing it away. Probably been in the house since the mid-60s, but we've replaced it over the weekends.
This is a solid wood door, isn't it?
It is, apart from the glass.
Yeah.
So my wife was concerned that someone might smash the glass and get their hand inside,
Yeah.
so now we've got a solid door instead.
All right, well, let's get it out. Let's just stand it up there. Oh, see that? That is nice. I do like that, yeah. Hold on, it's got another colour on there.
Yeah, it's red.
Oh, I like it. Cool. So you don't mind if I have this?
We were only going to throw it away.
No, well, you're going to throw it in this direction now.
Okay,
well,
that's fine.
Sir, thank you. Okay. I've got this. I'll have this.
Right, yeah.
You take care now.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tremendous work, Jay. Is David glad to see his door go?
Well, I'm very surprised that he wants it, and I've no idea what he's going to do with it.
Fair enough.
So yes, you're right. It is a door, and we've all thrown one of these away, but this, I believe, should be knocking a nice profit for me because it's solid. Look at the timber. We've got loads of it. I can either use the bottom bit or I can use the top bit. With so much potential, how could I let this end up over there? No way.
No way, no sir. Jay has his 3 items banked. Simeon will take on the sofa. Daniel has the tiles to transform. And Jay will work his magic on the old door.
I've got 3 items. They're not looking great, but with the right imagination and a bit of elbow grease, I guarantee you they'll be turning a profit.
In the beautiful northern city of Manchester resides upholsterer extraordinaire Simeon.
Jay always turns up with something that kind of tests the skills. I'm not sure whether he does that on purpose or it's just the way it's always going to be, but we'll soon find out with what turns up today, I guess.
Now, this is not his normal cup of tea. He likes mid-century modern furniture. So, hopefully, he should be able to turn this into something cool, contemporary, but also sellable. If anybody can, I believe he's the guy.
Hey, man.
How are we doing, Simon?
Nice to see you again.
Likewise.
What have you got?
I've got something for you. Have a butcher's at this. So here it is.
Interesting.
Yeah?
Interesting find.
Is that interesting in a good way or a bad way?
Yeah, I'm on. It's nice, isn't it?
It is nice.
It's not your normal bag, though, is it?
No.
Huh?
It's one of your mystery ones for me.
It's one of my mystery finds. It's one of those ones where I thought, you know what? Let's have it. It looks like there's nothing really wrong with it.
Yeah.
Structurally, it looks all right, but I haven't had a full inspection. But can you do something with it?
Absolutely. I'm quite excited about this one, Jay.
I'm really shocked that you're excited about this. I didn't think you would be.
Well, I am because in a lot of magazines at the moment, bamboo is in style a lot. When I saw this, I was like, OK, we can do something cool with this.
What I was thinking is basically to paint it all and re-upholster it in some lovely, vibrant fabric and just bring it into the 21st century. But I see you're scratching your chin, so you've got an idea. What have
We're
you got?
on the right page.
Oh, am I?
Absolutely the right page.
OK, cool.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. I think we can make it cool, especially as we've both got the same ideas.
Yeah.
I think, we paint the frame, give it a good clean-up.
Right.
Check for any wobbles, any little repairs. I mean, we've not really looked at it properly yet, so...
No.
But, yeah, totally.
Hold on a minute. I'm getting excited, just like you, but I need to know a price. How much are we talking?
Sort of $450 tops.
So you're going to paint this all?
Yeah.
Going to have a lovely new cushion. Any structure stuff, you're going to work at that, because I'm not going to inspect that. But for $450, that's it, yeah? That's a deal, sir.
Awesome.
I like the sound of that.
Amazing.
Nice one.
And they have a plan.
Generally, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about this, but I feel nervous about all the stuff that gets dropped off, because none of it is easy sailing as such, you know. But we've got some great fabrics, we've got some cool paint, and we've got time to do it, so we're going to do it.
Now, this is why I love coming to Manchester. Now, what he's going to do with that is bring it right up to the 21st century and get me a nice profit. But hopefully, when he takes off those cushions, he doesn't find anything structurally wrong with it.
Simeon has a budget of £450 to make over the sofa, but until he gets a proper look at it, he won't know what he's dealing with. Stratford, East London. This area has been awash with change in recent years. Our Daniel loves a good transformation, so it's the perfect place for his workshop. He's given the slate tiles a proper once-over. So, feeling good, Daniel?
Yeah, these are great. I'm just going to try and work out what I can do with them. Maybe I can cut them in some way. I'll have to see what I can machine them with, because I don't yet really know what they're made of, but I'll have to see if I can engrave onto them or whether they'll take any effects on the surface, or, you know, if I can cut them with a machine or something.
Some food for thought for Daniel. Now Jay's on the phone with his suggestions.
Hello, Jay, how you doing?
How we doing, Daniel? You all right?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks, mate. I'm stood in my studio with a stack of tiles in front of me.
Jay thinks the tiles could be ideal for a cake stand, Daniel style.
I mean, that sounds really good. Yeah, I'll have to see if we can put some holes through it and whether we can make a structure. But yeah, that sounds quite interesting.
And as soon as you've got them all done and dusted, just give us a shout and I'll come down and pick them up.
Right, so I guess the plan is to make cake stands then.
These are great. I think Jay's suggestion of a cake stand was really good. I think that maybe we could make something a bit bigger. I'm quite into sort of plants, cacti and succulents, so maybe we could make a plant stand of some description. So I'm going to think about these shapes and think, you know, maybe I can cut off the corners and make them more rounded and mix them up a bit so they're not just like a pack of tiles that's been spread out, basically.
Sounds like Daniel's starting to get some idea of what he wants to do, but there are still some potential banana skins, especially when it comes to how fragile the tiles are.
There seems like there's a lot of tiles, but there is a risk factor. I do need to have a success rate in the work that I do, and I don't know what's going to work. So, you know, when I'm chipping away at it or I'm trying to cut it, you know, if I smash too many, then I'm not going to have enough to make my piece. So there is a little bit of a risk factor involved in this.
And with a budget of £250, the less cracks that appear in this task, the better. Wonderful Wolverhampton. Once at the heart of the Industrial Revolution, it's a city built on hard work and creativity. No wonder Jay calls it home. Time to apply those traits to David's door.
I know what you're thinking. What am I going to do with these hooks? Well, I'm going to create a hallway coat stand. So, sticking the hooks along there is what I'm intending to do, because you know when you're at home and you put your coats on the banister, it's a bit messy and it's not good. And on top of that, I've got this lovely bit of glass, so when you're coming out, you can make sure, check that you look all right. And also a lovely place to put your keys. I'm going to make a nice shelf along there. But the piece de la resistance is this. Now, these are stiletto heels. Now, basically, I'm going to use these as hooks down the side as well. All right, apron on, time to get working. First job is to sand this. I want this to be a really fresh and light colour.
Jay is preparing the surface for a fresh coat of paint, and the sanding reveals a pleasant surprise underneath.
Now that is looking fabulous. Now basically what paint does is it protects, and it's protected this timber, which is gorgeous to start with, and it's just kept it as fresh as the day it was born. So I think if I was to paint over that, I'll get arrested by the wood police, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to probably give it a nice oiling, maybe even just a polish.
The wood police? Whatever next? The coat hanger constabulary? The bench detectives, perhaps? The stiletto cops? It's a nice surprise to reveal such quality wood. Time for Jay to turn his attention to the mirrors, which he's had cut to size.
I'm using glass adhesive, or this one is mirror adhesive actually, and it will just stick the mirror on the back to this glass panel. And then I can
position them in place once I've done them all. That looks quite cool. It's such a simple transformation of sticking a mirror on top of a glass, but what that does is like, wow, it just lifts it.
Jay's making great progress and is feeling inspired.
I've come up with another idea, but this one is a brilliant idea because I'm going to put a stool on the bottom of this door, and it's going to be something like that, where you can sit down, take your shoes off, take your coat off and hang it up, and I just don't know why I didn't figure that before.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Jay. It looks like it's all coming together nicely. Jay has decided to polish most of the newly restored wood, but some parts will require paint. So let's talk colour.
I'm using a Kingfisher blue, which is a very vibrant colour. If you know a Kingfisher, you know it has that pop, that colour that's just like, wow. And that's what this colour is. Can't wait to dip my brush in there.
What's stopping you? Off you go. As the Kingfisher blue begins to dry, Jay adds the first layer of polish that he hopes will bring out the best in the wood.
I'm hoping this will just lift the grain and give me a nice finish that will work well with the original paint that was on there.
Jay's making great strides with his front door coat rack. He's spent £34.30p on materials, but with the bench still to build and coat hooks and stilettos still to attach, it's probably best that we leave him to get on with it. Majestic Manchester, an exciting, vibrant and innovative city which once ruled the roost in textile manufacturing, earning itself the title of Warehouse City. Upholsterer extraordinaire Simeon is part of a new wave of creatives and is about to take on the old Conservatory two-seater as soon as he can get Gypsy to find a new place to relax.
OK, this is going to be a real tester. Lots to do. First of all, we need to get rid of these cushions, which I'm going to do now. Just have a look at the frame, because these have all been kind of tied on. So we'll cut all these off now. We're not going to reuse any of this. The foam, we don't know what era it's come from. We don't know whether it fits fire eggs or anything like that. So we're going to obviously get rid of all of these. OK, here we have the frame of the chair. I quite like it, you know. I like the shape. Structurally, we've got a bit of an issue here, and obviously this is no good. I want to make it more structurally sound. That's one big adjustment that we need to make to it.
But before all that, Simeon has his mind firmly on the look of the sofa.
I'm going to paint this. I'm going to test this out. So I want to see how the paint sits with it and how it reacts to it. And then we're going to paint this here. But I don't know. I'm not sure whether I want to paint it all. I keep looking at it and I keep thinking Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart. Like, something's saying to me, keep this bit here, keep this original bit on these two sides here. And it's in really good condition as well. So we might just mask this up here and leave this, but I don't know.
Simeon's in two minds about keeping the side mesh. He's doing a paint test on the back to help him decide.
This is like a blue-black, it's called Midnight, and it's a really popular colour at the moment. People are painting feature walls with it, so why can't we paint a sofa with it? It's going to be a bit fiddly because you've got to get in all the little nooks and crannies. But already it's transforming it, I think. I'm going to leave it to dry and then just test out to see whether it's going to flake off with the movement.
If it does flake, then using paint could be an issue. And Simeon has discovered something else about the sofa.
There was some other structure to it to make it more supportive on the back, so I'm going to look into that, about replacing these sort of batons here, which are going to make it a bit more structurally sound. And then it kind of opens up to whether, do we need this in here, or are we going to leave it open?
What's it going to be, Simeon? Decisions, decisions.
I'm going to cut the back out now. I'm a little bit nervous about doing it. I don't know why, but I am. Probably because once I've cut it out, I can't put it back in again. So I'm going to cut it out now.
Simeon is making some bold moves. And there's still a lot of work to do.
It's done now. On to the next bit.
Sometimes all this destruction is hard to watch. Isn't that right, Gypsy? Over in East London, Daniel is about to get cracking on his tile stand. Jay suggested putting cakes on it, but Daniel thinks that a plant stand is the way forward. So, paper prepared, pencil in hand, imagination at the ready, time to get scribbling.
I'm just trying to design various components that I potentially might be able to cut out from the tiles that I've been given. Now, if I can, I want to have staggered shapes that act as platforms on which the plants can be placed onto. I'd quite like it to be sculptural. I'd quite like it to be abstract, and obviously, I'd like it to be really and truly unique and a one-off piece.
Sounds like no plant stand I've ever seen. Ah, look at him with his sketch pad. He's so happy.
I really enjoy the sketch stage because it's the creative point. It's where you're thinking about, you know, what potential things you could do, because you have a lot of unknown factors when you're working with salvage materials. You don't really know how something's going to perform. So at this point, you can kind of just come up with an ideal scenario and then later on try and fathom out whether that's going to be a reality or not.
With a composition in place, it's time to create that new reality by breaking out the power tools.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and drill some holes into these tiles because I've got this idea that I'm going to create this structure and there needs to be a point where it can bolt through. I've not drilled through these tiles yet, so I'm hoping that they'll stand up to it and they won't just shatter into a million pieces.
That would be very disappointing, Daniel.
There we go. Nice clean hole. Probably got about another 30 of those to go, so I better get cracking.
Poor choice of words there, Daniel, but you do have a lot of drilling to do, and that's just the beginning.
These tiles have obviously been used on the floor, and they've got adhesive on the bottom of them still, so they've been levered up from a floor somewhere. So I just really want to tidy it up, and I've got an idea that I can just sort of sand it off, and then I'll be able to paint it with a tile paint just to make it look a bit better. Okay, so what I've got is the tile it's got the holes in it, it's sanded. As you can see, you know, this is tidier, but I'm going to paint this to really make it look a bit smarter.
Daniel is using chalkboard paint, a popular and durable choice. Versatile, easy to use, and it gives a great finish.
The idea with this is that I've got these threaded rods, and I'm going to separate the tiles by bolting them onto these threaded rods, so they provide these platforms upon which we can put plants or whatever. It's basically going to be sort of like a bookshelf or a plant stand. And the bolts are going to mean that I can space the tiles at different heights to allow different drops in between them to make it into quite an adjustable sort of piece.
Sounds like you have a lot to do there, Daniel. Best leave you to it. While the artisans continue to work hard on their items, Jay is putting the finishing touches to his door coat rack.
I think that's come together quite well.
When the old door was rescued from the skip, there was no telling what kind of future Jay had planned for it. Jay has opened the door to a whole new future for this little beauty. The classic oak has been restored to its original glory, and it contrasts with Jay's vibrant colour choices. The mirrors, coat hooks and bench have turned the door back into a practical piece of furniture, ready to grace any home. And not forgetting those stiletto hangers. Jay was looking for a modern piece of furniture with real personality. So, is he happy with the result?
It's always nice when you're able to make something that's practical, useful and fun. Now here, we've unearthed the beautiful timber of the door, keeping the elements which was the red, adding in mirror, hooks and seat. Now come on, that's a winner.
When Jay met David at the tip, he was saying goodbye to a door which had been around for some time.
Probably been in the house since the mid-60s, but we've replaced it over the weekends.
But with some hard work and even more imagination, the door has been reborn as a quirky coat rack. Jay snaps some pretty pics, ready to introduce his creation to the world and get it sold. And sold it was to Oddfellows, a boutique hotel in Chester. And marketing exec Hannah has found a perfect spot for it.
Although it's a hallway stand, we interpreted it in a completely different way. We saw it right in our secret garden with plants to embellish it and as a statement piece so ladies can check out their dress and things on a Friday night. But we really feel like it enhances the secret garden rather than kind of be stuck inside as a piece in a hallway. I think it's really beautiful here.
Now Jay is on his way to see David and let him know what became of his old door.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
How are we doing?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good, actually.
Oh,
very
good.
good. So do you remember the door that you brought down? I see you've got a new door now.
Yes, well, that's why I took the old one off, yeah.
That's a nice job you've done on there.
Oh, thank you.
A nice paint job.
Thank you.
You did that, didn't you?
I did do that.
All right, back to the matter at hand.
Okay.
The door that you brought down, how long did you have that for?
It was here when we moved in, sort of like 18, 19 years ago.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that I took that door on and I turned it into a hallway door cum coat rack.
Right.
So basically, you've got mirrors on there.
Yeah.
And you've got like hooks on the side there, and then you've got a little bench for where you can change and get your shoes on and stuff like that.
I think it's fantastic. I'm very impressed with it.
You like it, yeah?
I do, yes.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
I'm glad about that. Yeah. And you'll be pleased to know that I was able to sell it as well.
Right.
Yeah. And I have for you £50 and 70 pence.
Fantastic.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Right. So, what are you going to do with the money?
Well, I did have a little think about this, and when I was younger, I was a Boy Scout.
Same here.
Right. Well, there's a scout troop just over the road here.
Right.
So I thought, right, I'll give it to them, because I'm sure they always need a little bit of cash. So,
Brilliant.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, that's a brilliant cause. Thank you.
Thank you.
You take care.
I'll see you now.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, bye.
Excellent. Jay's makeover badge well and truly earned.
My fellow ex-scout David was made up with the transformation. That's another happy customer. Job done.
Jay spent £34 and 30p on materials. It was bought for £85, leaving David with a profit of £50 and 70p. Back in Manchester, Simeon has finished work on the two-seater. But is he confident the boss will like what he's done?
I don't think it's going to be quite what Jay's expecting. He wanted to keep it quite similar to the original and just do a bit of repair work and put some cushions on. And I didn't really want to do that, so I've kind of kept 50-50. So I think that's kind of fair in life, 50-50. So hopefully he'll like it.
You know what they say, Simeon? Sharing is caring.
Can't wait to see what Simeon has done with that conservatory sofa. Now, he said it was quite cool and on trend. I wasn't too sure about that. Let's just hope he hasn't gone over budget and he's done something amazing.
Fingers crossed, Jay's prepared for the transformation of the tired and tattered old sofa. It's bright, bold and bang up to date. It may have given Simeon a few sleepless nights, but this sofa is now perfect for a cosy lie-down. Replacing the back has transformed the look and made it a solid piece of furniture again. The yellow buttons complement the funky green fabric and are matched perfectly by the colourful cushions. The slick dark paint on the frame gives a black and blue shine. Simeon hopes he has given his seat a classy edge. Let's see what the boss thinks.
How are we doing, sir?
Hey, Jay, how's it going?
Very good, very good. Cool, blimey. Cool, blimey.
Are you lost for words?
Just a wee bit lost for words. It's kind of like, God, blimey, I wasn't expecting this. You've got me thinking, because I would never have put green with black, but you've done it, so now I'm probably going to have to copy your style, actually.
You can do that.
Talk to me, then. Why did you change it? Like, you've changed the back.
Well, basically, the back had no structure to it, so we had to kind of think of how we were going to put the back in, because obviously we were going to go with these.
You know what? I'm going to have to pause you. This is really good.
Thanks, man.
Nice, proper good. Like, I've just taken it in now, and sorry to cut you, but, like, wow. Everything works on it.
I think the thing with the colour, I know you're saying that the black, but it's called Midnight, so it's got kind of a blue black to it, which picks up these tones in the fabric.
Yeah.
And the fabric was designed by a friend of mine who's an illustrator.
Oh, cool, man, like the birds and all that.
Yeah, so we've gone with, like, this botanical theme, which I just think ties in with the fact that it's made out of bamboo, wicker, rattan, you know, that kind of thing.
To me, it just looks amazing, and it's like, I wasn't expecting this, but you've gone above and beyond of what I was expecting, sir.
Cool.
No, it's proper nice.
That is really good to hear.
The startling difference achieved by Simeon has now properly sunk in for Jay. A beautiful piece of work. Time to talk budget.
How are we doing?
I've got to say, it has gone over budget. Firstly, because we had to get some more fabric printed for the back. That was one thing. I've gone £50 over.
You've gone 50? Is that all?
Yeah.
I thought the way you were saying it to me, I thought you were going to say £200 over.
No, I've kind of gone with, you know, material-wise, we've gone £50 over. You know, labour-wise, it's a labour of love, let's say.
Listen, sir, £50 over budget, and look what I've got. I've got to shake your hand for that.
Thanks,
I'm cool with that, because this is
I'm happy.
amazing. Thank you.
An amazing result. Good job, Simeon.
I've got to say, I'm super pleased. Jay is really happy with it. So, yeah, I'm super pleased. It couldn't have gone better today. I'm really pleased about it.
Simeon is a very talented upholsterer, and what he's given me is above and beyond what I was expecting. Now, he's gone £50 over budget, but it doesn't matter, because he's made my job even easier by giving me something I can sell.
The old Conservatory two-seater belonged to Darren, who wished Jay well on his project.
Somebody's trash is another person's treasure. I've had my use out of it, so good luck to him.
And the good vibes continued in the workshop, where Simeon broke out his magic touch. In Manchester, Jay is visiting Darren armed with some pics to show him what became of his old settee.
Hello, Dan.
Hi, how are you, Jay?
How you doing?
Hi, all right, yeah.
I'm good. How you been?
Not bad.
All right. So do you remember that old conservatory sofa that you brought down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To the tip.
That's right, yeah, down to the recycling centre. Yeah. So how long did you have it for?
We'd had it for about 5 years. It was just clearing out, as everybody does, you know, straight to the tip.
As you do.
Yeah.
Well, I took it to a guy called Simeon, and basically he turned your old sofa into... Look at that.
Oh, that's amazing. Ah, unbelievable.
You like it?
Really, yeah.
Basically, he's changed the actual covering because it had the two cushions on there. So he's done a new design on it and also painted that kind of frame, covered up the back because there was a couple of holes, if I remember rightly, on the back of it.
Looks nothing like it, does it?
It doesn't, does it?
Oh, that's amazing, really. Don't show it to my wife, she want it back.
It does look the part.
It looks great, yeah.
I'm not saying it looked bad before. No, it looked all right.
It looks better like that. I wouldn't have took it to the tip if it was like that. Amazing what you can do with a bit of imagination, isn't it?
It is, actually.
Yeah.
A bit of imagination and a bit of know-how.
Yeah.
And then you can turn something that looks a bit dated,
yeah,
but turn it into something looking like that, which I think is quite cool.
Brilliant. That's really good, that, yeah.
Oh,
excellent.
The sad thing is that I haven't been able to sell it.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's not good. As you can see, it is good. We just haven't found the right customer yet.
All right.
But as soon as I do, I'm going to get the money straight back to you.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
All right?
All right, that's a bonus.
Right.
All right, great.
Thank you for that, Dan.
All right.
You take care, yeah? See you later.
A massive change from his old sofa, and Darren was well impressed.
Doesn't really look anything like it did, to be honest. It's hard to see, but if it looked like that, I don't think we would have got rid of it, you know. If she sees it, she'll want it back anyway, put it that way.
Darren was well impressed with that transformation, so much so that he was worried that his wife would want it back. I best get on and find a buyer.
Simeon's labour and materials came to £500. Jay hasn't found the right buyer yet. But as soon as he does, the profit will be making its way to Darren. In East London, Daniel has finished transforming the old tiles and is about to present his finished piece to Jay.
I'm really hoping that Jay likes what I've done with the tiles. It's definitely quite different to what I've done before, and he might not be expecting it, but I think the overall effect is really good. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to him getting here and seeing it.
I'm back in East London to see Daniel, and I wonder if he's made that cake stand we was talking about, because I'm gasping for a cup of tea.
Before Daniel got his hands on them, these tiles had almost certainly served their purpose. But now, thanks to Daniel, these tiles will be around for many years to come. After some tricky moments, Daniel has constructed a unique decorative plant stand from the cast-off flooring. The blackboard paint adds to the eye-catching design, while the structural rods have been given a sleek and classy cladding with some copper piping. Beautiful, stylish and practical. Rather like myself. But is there space for Jay to rest his cake?
Daniel, come on. You know what it is, yeah? Every time I give you something and I'm like, I don't know if he's going to handle this one. Tell you what you've done. You've just put shivers up the back and down on my spine, mate. That's, I've got to shake your hand again. And I've got to take my hat off to you. And that's rare. That's very rare. That is
thanks,
nice. Jay. Oh, man. You've done it again.
Well, I took your idea about the cake stands.
Yeah.
And you remember me saying about, you know, succulents and cacti and all of that. And I've obviously got a few plants. I mean, I thought, well, it's always quite awkward. You've got all these surfaces at home and you just fill them up with them.
Yeah.
But if you've got a stand where you can sort of, you know, put them on different levels, you can
because they're different heights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you've got books at the bottom. So it could be a book stand as well.
Could put a few books in there, you know, your best coffee table books, maybe.
No, it looks beautiful. I mean, beautiful.
Indeed, Jay. Daniel has delivered once again.
So the next thing is, we've got to chat about the budget, and I know foolishly I said you can go overboard with the budget, and I wouldn't mind, but how did we do?
We did well. I mean, I was hoping that I'd be able to make 2 out of it, but it was so labour-intensive.
Yeah.
So there's only the one, but we're on budget.
Not an easy task, but Jay is over the moon with the result.
I'm absolutely delighted that Jay was as happy with it as he was. For me, it's quite a risky piece because it's quite different to other stuff that I do, but I really enjoyed working on it and everyone's happy, so good all round, really.
So I didn't get my cup of tea or my cake stand, but Daniel's creativity and craftsmanship always takes things to another level. That's just a beautiful plant stand.
The floor tiles were dropped off by Sasha and Talia, who held very different ideas about what would happen to the old tiles.
No idea, but I'm very intrigued. I look forward to, hopefully, him doing something fabulous.
I'm hoping for a life-size sculpture of myself in slate.
Unfortunately, Daniel doesn't do life-size sculptures of ladies, but he did manage to make a rather lovely plant stand. Which is why Conservatory Archives, the plant shop in Hackney, snapped it up. Owners Jack and Jin are delighted with their purchase.
Yeah, I think the different level of the shelvings go really well with the many shelvings we have around.
Yeah, so we can have lots of different plants in a very little space, because our shop is quite tiny and packed. So that really attracted us.
Now Jay is on his way to see sisters Sasha and Talia to hand over some cash.
How are we doing, ladies?
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, thank you.
So, ladies, do you remember the tiles that you brought down to the recycling centre? I took the tiles to a guy called Daniel down in London, and what he turned your tiles into is that.
Oh, Wow. It looks so nice.
So you see those are the tiles there.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Aww. It's
You
really,
like?
it's really chic.
It's really chic.
Yeah.
So you approve then?
Yeah, that's nice.
Are they cool?
Yeah. I'm actually shocked. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I'll let him know.
Yeah, with those shabby tiles.
Shabby tiles.
Yeah.
So I'm pleased to tell you that we was able to sell this, and I got for it £50 profit. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, what, you're both going to... Oh, you're having it. So what are you going to do with the money then?
Go out to eat? Yeah, most probably. A couple times. Towards food.
All right, ladies, I'm going to love you and leave you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
All right, you
Thank
take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Daniel charged £250 to transform the tiles. They were sold for £300, leaving Sasha and Talia with 50 quid for some tasty treats. Jay salvaged 3 items from the tip. Simeon wowed us with the 2-seater sofa. Daniel worked wonders with the slate tiles. And Jay produced some magic with the old front door.
Just goes to show that one man's trash really can be another man's treasure. Simeon and Daniel turned my tip finds into something special. Brilliant result.
Oh, I like the look of your rubbish.
How do you make money for nothing?
Don't throw that away yet.
The answer could be hiding in the 20 million tonnes of household waste we throw out every year.
You can't be throwing these away. They look fantastic.
That's why entrepreneur Sarah Moore wants to get her hands on things before they hit the skip.
I'm a passionate buyer, maker and user of old stuff, and I've turned that passion into a money-making business. I make new stuff out of old stuff and I sell it for a profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers.
Got a little something for you.
Oh, Sarah. She can transform her finds into desirable,
Those are amazing.
valuable,
I love them.
Good. And let's hope, saleable items.
It's literally giving me goosebumps.
If Sarah is successful, then she can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
My goodness, that's absolutely wonderful.
Whitley Community Recycling Center serves the people of Surrey. And in return, the people of Surrey serve up all kinds of rubbish.
They're literally queuing up to get in here. Let's go see what they've got.
Sarah's here today looking for 3 items that she can reclaim, rejuvenate and reimagine into something saleable.
Some people have lovely rubbish, don't they? That's quite a sweet picture, isn't it?
Sarah's been granted special permission to be here, so please don't think you can just turn up and treasure hunt at your local tip.
My body is a temple, and now so is my head.
My body's more of a bouncy castle. But less of the messing about, there's rubbish to find, and the boot of Margaret's car looks promising.
Hi there, you look like you've got a car full.
Yes, certainly, yes. Some is for the tip and some is not.
Oh, wow. These are great. And so how long have you had them?
20 years. We got some better chairs from a charity shop, from a house clearance.
OK.
So we went for them.
Would it be OK to have a look at the other ones?
Of course.
Oh, brilliant.
Margaret has managed to squeeze 3 other dining chairs into her car, which, like the one she had in the boot, are all destined for the skip.
They look like a good set.
Yes, they are.
Lovely.
And
So
we were very, very happy with them, you know.
Well, I am your woman. If you don't mind me taking them away, would love to have a go at doing something with them.
You're very welcome to take them.
Lovely. Well, thank you so much. I will keep in touch.
Yes, okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sarah's first find, 4 unwanted dining chairs which have been treasured by Margaret for years.
I'm totally glad that she took them, and I'm sure she's doing something very nice with them. We have used them for 20 years, and they were second-hand already. So they are good quality.
4 usable chairs, a great number, a good set. They're reasonably solid, and I think they've got potential to be updated and made really lovely again. Perhaps get rid of this fake leather seat.
And Sarah knows just the man for the job. Rupert Blanchard has carved out a name for himself as one of the most imaginative designer makers in the country. He uses unloved and undervalued materials to create furniture that is modern, fun and built to last.
I try to develop my own style so my personality comes through in my work. I'm most proud of a piece when I've got a piece of furniture back in someone's home that they wouldn't even give space in their shed for. I want to make the unloved loved again.
Rupert will certainly have his work cut out making these charmless chairs lovable once again. One item in the bag leaves Sarah with 2 to find, and when it's as busy as this, it's important to focus.
Oh, sorry, back to work. Right, rubbish, this way, bring it this way, back in your top.
Step away from the maracas, Sarah. It's not a shakedown. These people are all happily parting with their rubbish, just like Graham, who's about to tip some timber.
Hiya. Hello. Hello. That looks very interesting. Just pop that back down there for a moment. We don't want that going anywhere near a skip. What was it?
It's an old chest of drawers with about 5 or 6 drawers in it.
Right.
That big, old cabinet.
Yeah.
Wife didn't want it to be thrown away, but unfortunately we've run out of space.
Well, it's my lucky day because it might be in pieces, but the pieces look like such fantastic quality. I couldn't imagine it going in there.
No, neither can I.
Would it be okay to have a closer look, see what sort of stuff you've got amongst it? Wow, it's seriously old, isn't it? It looks like the kind of thing that I never see coming into the tip. That's beautiful. I just think there's so much potential to make something lovely out of it.
I hope so.
Can I twist your arm to let me have it rather than you put it in the,
Absolutely.
in the skip, please?
Yes.
Right, I'm going to go and get a trolley. Don't throw anything away.
OK.
Thank you.
Well, great. For her second item, Sarah is taking a very old chest of drawers in flat pack form.
Well, that has made my day. Thank you so much.
Good.
It may well have made your day, Sarah, but what about Graham's?
I bought it off a customer of mine, and I was told 17th century. So I'm glad that it's been recycled because I hate to see old furniture being dumped in the dump. And I hope she makes something decent out of it.
This is one of the oldest things I've seen turn up at the tip, and I know it's been cut up, but it's packed with potential. The craftsmanship on it is amazing. I just can't wait to see how it ends up.
Who could possibly appreciate a pile of old planks? Sarah knows just the maker. What Norman Wilkinson doesn't know about wood isn't worth knowing. He uses his 25 years of experience to create handmade, one-of-a-kind furniture that will last a lifetime.
I'm self-taught, never been to college, never took woodwork at school, so over the years I've just taught myself. We started making a few pieces and it just took off, so it was the best thing I ever did. Yeah, happy-pappy person.
Norman may be happy-pappy, but this chest of drawers looks far from snappy. Sarah's salvaged 2 items so far.
Crystal ball. I could really do with one of those.
I see a future full of trash awaiting you, Sarah. Starting with Charlotte's boot, which is full of rubbish ripe for a rummage.
Hiya. Hello. what are you dropping off? Anything exciting?
Just some leftover bathroom tiles. I wasn't quite sure what to do with them.
So they're the can I have a look? Are they the mosaic
certainly.
ones?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow,
We've been doing up our bathroom, and we got given them for free on my husband's job, and we're not too sure what to do with them. But in the end, we decided to go with grey ones. They didn't quite look right, so I'm not too sure what to do with those.
Wow, there's hundreds of them. So
there's quite a lot, yeah, and you just peel them off, I think.
Yeah. I would love to have a go and see if there's something to be made from them.
OK.
And I will try and make something creative out of them. And
Lovely.
I come and show you what I've done.
Yeah, brilliant. That's lovely. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Well, I think even I might be able to carry this lot.
Yeah, they're not too
bad. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for
That's
that.
OK.
I'll keep in touch.
Yeah, have fun. Thank you. Bye.
It looks like a night on the tiles for Sarah. Well, an afternoon maybe. What does Charlotte think can be done with all these old tiles?
They're nothing very special, but there's a whole box of them. Some kind of mosaic, I don't know. I think it's a coffee table that needed a bit of colouring and fancy stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Be interesting to see.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of white, brand new glass tiles. They're not retro, they're not vintage, they're not old. There's so many things that might be done with them. Just don't know what it is.
I guess you won't be tiling your bathroom then. Sarah has her 3 items. The 4 old dining chairs will be worked on by Rupert, the broken up chest of drawers will be tackled by Norman, and Sarah has a box of surplus glass tiles for her own project.
Well, this lot didn't make the cut, but I have got heaps to work with. Let's go get on it.
Margate is a seaside resort full of holiday town charms and tempting retro shops, and it fizzes with an artistic energy. It's also home to Rupert Blanchard, and Sarah's brought him 4 chairs in need of a facelift.
Well, I've got my 4 tip-fine chairs here. They're in Margate, and I bought them to Rupert. And I think a lick of artisan paint and a velvet seat pad will be the furthest thing on his mind when I show him these. I think he's going to give these a radical makeover.
I spend every day working with salvaged materials. I love working with abandoned pieces that everyone's given up on, making something new out of them. So I'm really intrigued and looking forward to whatever Sarah's got to bring me today.
Come and see what I've got. 4 chairs.
Chairs? OK. I do like chairs.
Fab. You take those 2, I'll have these 2.
OK.
Let's go make a plan.
See him in.
Sounds like a great idea. But Rupert didn't seem too excited when he saw the seats.
4 chairs.
4 chairs? I am a big chair fan. I love chairs.
Yeah?
Don't know if I love these, Sarah.
I think they've been looked after. They've had a new seat pad put on them at some point to try and give them a bit of a new look. How are you going to make these 4 beautiful?
I'm going to try not to do anything that's been done before, and I'd love to come up with a new set of rules, something you could do with any old, not beautiful chair, and kind of bring it up to date, make something modern, make a statement chair, make something interesting.
I can't think of anything more exciting for you to do with this lot, and I have no idea what they're going to look like. So can you give me a budget that you can aim to hit?
I kind of know what I want to do, and I know you're going to get a nice set of chairs, so I'm going to charge you £200.
200 quid, I think that's good value, so I'm more than happy to leave this lot with you for that. Thank you so much.
Excellent, thank you.
Bye.
200 quid for 4 chairs? And Sarah's got no idea what they're going to look like.
This is going to be a bit of a challenge. I've already told Sarah I want to cut these up and reinvent them and make a new set of rules for dealing with old, unfashionable chairs. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I'm doing, but I've got a picture of it in my head. Now I've got to work out how to make that in real life. So, yeah, many late nights ahead, I'm sure.
So Rupert is going to write a new set of rules for chairs. What does that mean?
Sarah's left a budget of £200 for Rupert to invent a new set of rules for chairs. Think I need a seat. An old-fashioned one, please. A hop, skip and jump from Margate is the neighbouring county of East Sussex, home to Norman's workshop. Sarah's brought the broken up set of old drawers. Well, bits of it anyway. Norman's bound to be eagerly awaiting her imminent arrival.
I always look forward to Sarah's imminent arrival. You know, it's the highlight of my day.
Just as I thought.
Well, look at it. It's a right mess at the moment. It's like a chest of drawers jigsaw puzzle, but I've saved it for a reason. It's got fantastic patina, it's got great potential, and I brought it to Norman. I think he's going to nail this one. Come and see it.
Come and see
this. Cracker.
It's a cracker, is it?
Look at this, an absolute cracker.
Oh, ready for the wood burner?
No, it's not. This is beautiful. It's ancient.
A bit like yourself.
Get it inside.
Right, let's get it
so
inside.
rude. Mind the nails. The nails are really sharp.
I think he likes it.
First impressions?
Yeah, it's a pile of wood. It's got a nice big drawer.
What I was thinking is maybe you can make new drawers to go into it to make it look like a chest of drawers, but obviously one that has seen some damage.
I mean, making all new drawers and doing that, it's going to be quite an expensive job. So, you know, it's that decision on how much you want to spend. So maybe you need to simplify it a little bit.
Have you got something in mind?
What about making it into a shoe cupboard for a hall or something like that?
OK, so what, drawer at the top and then open-fronted?
Open-fronted.
Shelf. One shelf, two shelf?
One shelf or two. Well, if we're going to do shoes, we might be able to put two in, so...
I think that's a great idea. So we're going to end up with a country, rustic, useful piece of furniture, open-fronted.
Yeah. So it could even go into a modern-day living as well, because, you know, country, modern mix.
Perfect. I love that. Is it going to be expensive to do that, though?
No.
Go on, then, hit me with a number.
We were going to do it for 285 quid.
Lovely.
Cheap as chips.
Beautiful. Saving something really special, making it useful again and putting it back together, because, frankly, this is a jigsaw puzzle that I would not like to do. So if you can do that, that is amazing.
Well, this piece is missing.
This project will involve a jigsaw, no doubt.
Goodbye.
But Norman's will have a huge blade attached.
Yeah, there's quite a bit to do on it, but we'll I'll just do what I think, and I'm sure it'll work out great.
Well, that is definitely going to be one to watch. It's a kind of hybrid piece of furniture. There aren't going to be many of those around.
Sarah and Norman have agreed a budget of £285 for Norman to tackle the task of sorting out the shoe cupboard. Let's hope this project doesn't end in defeat. Oh dear. With the chairs and drawers safely dropped off, it's time for the hard work to begin. And Sarah's brought home the box of mosaic tiles.
Well, I'm certainly not short of mosaic tiles. There are thousands of them here, and they're white and they're brand new and they're a tiny bit boring. In fact, I can sort of see why they were being thrown away. But I've got a really good idea for them, and it involves using my old mirror. It's been lying around for ages. It owes me nothing. Not terribly inspiring either, but together I hope I can put them into a design that makes them look beautiful. So what I need to do first is make a big solid frame to go around the mirror. So I've got something to mount the mosaics on, and I've got some MDF outside and some power tools.
Good old medium density fibreboard. How many of you knew that's what MDF stood for?
That's clean.
First, Sarah has to draw round the mirror to make sure she cuts the right-sized hole. It has to be a snug fit when it's dropped into her homemade frame.
Oh, the glamour.
MDF is used on a wide range of building projects. It's actually formed by breaking down wooden offcuts into fibres, which are then combined with wax and resin. The mixture is formed into panels by subjecting it to high pressure and very high temperatures.
Right, that seems to fit. Time to get tiling. Well, plain white just isn't going to cut it, so I've got some fantastic metallics. I'm going to spray the tiles in whole sheets and then use them to make a more intricate, maybe sunburst design onto the mirror. I think I'll spray knots.
Metallic bronze first. Nice choice.
that's a bit of a relief. They're looking less boring. Right, another colour.
Let me guess, would it be pastel pink next?
Ooh, that's girly.
How did I guess that? Matches your top, Sarah. That's 2 contrasting colours. What's next?
There's more coming. I've got all sorts of colours.
Sarah's obviously got a clear idea of what it'll look like when it's finished.
If I'm completely honest, I'm not quite sure what this mirror is going to look like. I just want to make sure that I've got all my options covered.
You think this is how the Romans created their intricate mosaics? Perhaps not with the spray paint.
So I've got my base colours. What I'm going to do is stick a really good load onto the mirror base and then add a few more subtle colours to give it some detail. But I want it to be bright and beautiful and just celebrate all these great little squares. Apparently, it's really easy. You just use waterproof PVA to glue the tiles in place, make a pretty pattern, grout over it. Job's a good one. 1 down, 1,000 to go. 2. Wish I had one of those time-lapse functions. Then it would all be done instantly.
All you have to do is ask, Sarah.
So I think I'm going to make this mirror circular. So I'm just going to build up a few more layers, then cut round so I know exactly where to cut to get a nice edge. And hopefully it should look all right. But I might leave it square, you never know.
Sarah spent £25 making her mosaic-clad mirror. Let's hope when it's finished, it can reflect a profit. In Margate, it's Rupert's turn to transform trash into treasure. And he has his work cut out, tackling the 4 discarded dining chairs Sarah's left. As soon as you're ready, Rupert.
A set of fairly plain, ordinary dining chairs. In my experience, they're really quite hard to sell and find a new home for. But I know what does sell well. Armchairs, nice armchairs, and benches. So I'm going to kind of work out a way that I can turn this boring set of 4 ordinary chairs into a set of 4, but definitely 2 interesting armchairs and 1 bench.
2 armchairs and a bench. Radical stuff.
Sort of just trying to be, just being a bit puzzled about how big is an armchair? Are there rules of armchair heights?
Yes, and you're the one who's supposed to be writing them, Rupert.
I've got about the height of the arms. I'm just going to try to draw out some kind of shape.
Rupert's plan is to create a box-like structure around the existing chair.
I've got a good idea of the overall proportions of this now. I've just got to get to work, make a framework, clad it. I'm kind of going to use an interesting paint technique, but yeah, better get on with it.
Rupert is using pine battens to create a frame which will surround the chair. Can you still hear me?
I've got the loudest driver in Margate.
Does that make you the woodworking equivalent of a boy racer, Rupert? Once the structure is screwed together, pine planks are used as cladding inside and out. And if Rupert's measurements are right, the old chair should be right in the middle.
Excellent. That's kind of what I was aiming for. Pretty happy with the proportions. They're really like thrones now. They were just kind of boring dining chairs. I've got to cut some kind of armrests. I have no idea what colour these will be yet, but it's kind of dependent on the seat pads because I want to tie the seat pads with the wood. It's got to be complementary colours, but I still want the roughness of this sort of crepe material to shine through.
What about that interesting paint technique, Rupert?
I've got a bucket full of dye now, so I want these chairs to be really bright, nice vivid colours. And so for this, I'm actually experimenting with fabric dyes, actually standard colourful dyes. And to start with, it's really good bright green. I've got just a tiny offcut of the same timber. So test this piece first. Moment truth, it's going. We'll just have to see how it goes. I'll leave it in there for a couple of hours. Who knows what colour we'll get.
It's only a hunch, but is it going to be green? In East Sussex, it's Norman's turn to transform the jigsaw of drawers into something special.
Today we're going to try and make this pile of whatever we've got into something. We've got only one drawer, the rest of it's missing, so we're going to have to try and make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
Sounds graceful. How do you do that, Norman?
The best bet's to get a hammer and nail pullers and let's take it apart and see where we go.
Good tip. When making a silk purse, bash it with a hammer. But Sarah is expecting a country, rustic, useful piece of furniture suitable for shoes, and preferably the bigger the better.
If we're going to make it for shoes, I mean, it depends how big a feet you got. But on an average one, I mean, 12 to 14 inches is normally big enough for shoes. You know, it all depends where it's going. They're making houses smaller now and flats smaller, so I'm going to say sorry, Sarah, but I'm going to do what I think. So, you know, I'm sure I can take a telling off from a woman. So, hopefully, I'll be okay.
You're a brave man, Norman. Decision made, Norman is risking the wrath of Sarah by reducing the depth of the finished piece of furniture, making it just about deep enough to accommodate a large pair of shoes. I hope Sarah's in an understanding mood when she returns.
We've done the cutting, now we're going to glue the sides up with the glue here. You know, I've put the gloves on because if you don't, this marks your hands and it takes days and days for it to come off and it looks like you never wash.
Of course, there's the personal safety aspect too.
Just dribble it on, nice straight line. So, I mean, we won't get a perfect flat joint everywhere because of what the material is. Sometimes you just got to bang it as well. I've got to leave the glue now to go off. I mean, we leave it overnight. I mean, you don't need to, but obviously the longer you cramp it, the better it is.
With the sides trimmed down to size and glued back together, it's the turn of the drawer to receive some love. And, true to form, that involves a hammer.
Excellent. Sometimes trying to restore a drawer, I mean, it'll be easier just to put a new back on it. And then if we paint the inside so it'll all tie in together, but we can keep the outside nice patina and everything. So we're going off track a little bit, but I think it's the easiest and quickest way of doing it. Otherwise, I don't want to go over budget. So I've got to start thinking which is going to be the best way for me to do it.
That's probably smart thinking, Norman. A smaller unit for a bigger budget probably wouldn't go down too well. Leaving Norman heading off-piste with his plan, back in West Sussex, Sarah is putting the finishing touches to the mosaic mirror.
So some of the paint is coming off with the grout, and I always sort of knew that was going to happen. But a perfect, pristine finish, I was never going to go for one of those, was I?
When Sarah found the glass tiles, they were lacking glamour. But now they provide a circle of vivid colour surrounding what was once a dull, distressed mirror. Using a variety of spray paint colours, enhanced by hand-painted highlights of gold, Sarah has glued them into a concentric mosaic, grouted the gaps and created a contemporary mirror. Maybe it would look good above a shoe cupboard.
Well, I am so pleased that the mirror is now finished. It's now bright, hopefully saleable. Who knows? Might even make some profit.
When Sarah spotted Charlotte at the tip, it was the contents of her boot that caught her eye.
What are you dropping off? Anything exciting?
Just some leftover bathroom tiles. I wasn't quite sure what to do with them.
Sarah soon tucked the tiles under her arm, while Charlotte had a few ideas of her own.
I think it's a coffee table that needed a bit of colouring and fancy stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Be interesting to see.
With the mosaic mirror complete, Sarah snapped some pics and soon had it for sale online. And it didn't take long for it to be bought by a private buyer. Sarah is back in Surrey to show Charlotte what became of her surplus tiles and to hand over some cash.
Hello. Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And who's your assistant? Hello.
What's your name?
Peter.
Hello. Do you shake? Should we? Oh, you're really strong, aren't you? I didn't know you had an assistant.
Yeah, this is my little assistant today, isn't it, Peter?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think you have a new bathroom now, don't you?
Yeah.
So the tiles that I found you with at the tip were left over, weren't they?
Well, from our bathroom project, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I had to work with them.
Yeah.
Any idea what happened to them?
I wasn't too sure. I thought maybe a table, coffee table, decorate, something like that.
Well, I thought a bit of extra colour would help.
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
I actually went for a mirror.
Oh, lovely.
So I've got some pictures to show you of what
Okay,
happened
lovely.
to them. Your tiles have been made into...
Oh, wow.
A big bathroom mirror.
Oh, that's lovely.
I
that's beautiful.
hand-painted them all and took them off the backing and put them round a mirror. It did get snapped up.
Oh, wow.
So I've got some profit here. Who holds the money? Is it you? Are you the money holder?
Yeah.
OK, well, I've got £140 here for you, then.
Oh, wow. What'd you say?
Thank you very much.
Good boy.
So is there anything that you need at the moment?
Well, we're doing a conservatory now, so...
Yeah, right now.
Right now, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent. So
Daddy's doing it, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so we might buy something for the conservatory.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoy that. You look after that money carefully.
We will.
And I'll see you at the tip.
Thank you
nice
very
to
much.
see you.
Thank
Take care.
you. OK, bye-bye.
It looked to me like Peter had something else in mind for that cash, and the conservatory might have to wait.
Well, I think that money is in safe hands with Peter. And if they're both happy, then I'm definitely happy.
Sarah spent £25 on materials. It sold for £165, which provided Peter and his mum Charlotte with £140 profit. To spend on, well, who knows. After bagging a profit from her first item, Sarah is back in Margate to see if Rupert has managed to rewrite the rulebook for chairs.
The chairs that Sarah brought me were, in my opinion, incredibly boring, but the challenge was still to make them exciting to someone else. And, yeah, hopefully I've done that. I think they're definitely more exciting now.
Well, I left Rupert with some really dated dining chairs, and he said he was going to reimagine them completely. And I can't wait to see them, because either he'll have gone all out and they'll be completely crazy, or he won't have gone far enough and they'll still be dull. Let's go and see. You're going to love them, or you're going to hate them.
When Sarah salvaged the chairs, they were on their last legs. But now, Rupert has transformed them from 4 dull dining chairs into 2 contemporary armchairs and a brand new bench. The armchairs have been created by building a solid wood surround. The new fire-retardant upholstery gives a fresh new look that matches the colourful paint coating. The bench incorporates the backs of the 2 remaining chairs. But will Sarah be liking or loathing this lot?
Rupert?
Hey, Sarah, welcome. Come in.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah, come into my lounge.
Oh, fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm good. So, just about ready for you.
Oh, they are great, aren't they? What have you done with these?
Yeah, I've made 2 armchairs by making this kind of, giving them a hug, really.
Yeah,
And
lovely.
the other 2 chairs, I started taking them apart. I wasn't sure what I was doing with them. Ended up going for a classic kind of bench. Good for a hallway, good for end of a bed, good for a living room, maybe. Actually, when I started taking them apart, some of the chairs were slightly damaged, so I wasn't afraid to sort of cut them up a bit. And so the 2 for the bench, when I started cutting them, I actually found on the underside of the chair, there is a little mark on them. CC.
Yeah.
And it means that these are British chairs made under tight restrictions on the use of materials.
That's great use. It's nice to know where they came from, because there's not much about them that screams date or origin or whatever. So they were thriftily made, and then you've remade them again.
Restrictions introduced in wartime mean the originals were thriftily produced. But how thrifty has Rupert been? The budget was £200.
gone over the budget a tiny bit because the upholstery is so much. 220 is the total now.
I really like the upholstery. It's worth doing that extra bit, and to find fabric. I mean, it looks like something you might find on an old tram seat or something, doesn't it? And it sort of puts it back into that era.
It is. It's brand new, Farraton, but it is a very mid-century style.
Yeah, it's fab. Lovely piece of work. Great money. Can't go wrong.
Excellent.
I'm
Good luck
loving
with them.
Oh, I won't need luck. I'm loving them. Can't take them home myself, but well done.
Thank you.
That seems a success. Sarah loves them, despite the £20 overspend.
This is quite a different project for me. I'm not used to making armchairs and benches, and I don't generally work with chairs, so it's quite a challenge, but I'm glad Sarah brought them to me, and I'm really happy that, yeah, she seems pleased with them.
Well, I'm really pleased with that lot because those chairs were so dull, and look at them now. They're original, and you just haven't seen anything like that before. I think they're fab.
When Sarah met her at the Skip, Margaret had already upgraded.
We got some better chairs from a charity shop, from a house clearance.
OK.
So we went for them.
As a result, the dull dining chairs were destined for the dump, but they'd certainly served Margaret well.
We have used them for 20 years and they were second-hand already.
Rupert's given the chairs another 20 years by reimagining them as armchairs and a bench. Sarah's in Godalming to catch up with Margaret and let her know what became of her old chairs.
Hello there.
Sarah.
Lovely to see you again.
Sarah.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Now, I saw you throwing away 4 chairs that you'd had for ages. And so did you think, I wonder what happens to them when they leave the recycling centre in the back of somebody's van?
Yes, but I was very glad that they got into good hands and they were recycled and not just filling another landfill.
Well, I took them down to Margate. There's a designer there called Rupert who I work with who just has fantastic ideas, and he saw them and said, don't worry, I've got a really good plan for them. He wanted to reimagine your chairs.
Good.
So he's had a really good go. Are you ready? He has turned them into
wow.
a pair of armchairs and a window seat or a bench.
Wow.
So,
I mean, they look fantastic. I never thought he would have made a bench out of it and, you know, and easy chairs. And
well, I absolutely love them. I think in the right place and maybe a big modern apartment,
yes,
they would look great. They are still for sale. And as soon as they've sold, I'll be back in touch and handing that over to you. But any ideas what you might do with some money if it comes your way?
Yes, that money goes to an orphanage in Kenya.
Oh, is that something you support?
Yes, yes. It's a friend who established that Christian orphanage, and I support it.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I will redouble my efforts to get them sold and get some profit to you, but thank you very much for letting me have them, and I will come and see you again soon. Thanks ever so much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
The cost for Rupert to reinvent the chairs was £220. And as soon as they find a new home, the profit will be winging its way back to Margaret for her to pass on to her chosen charity. Sarah's back in East Sussex at Norman's workshop. How has he survived tackling the jumble of junk that was once a set of drawers?
Well, the chest of drawers I left with Norman had character and age on its side, but it was essentially worthless. Let's hope that Norman's managed to make it into something that's priceless.
The ancient drawers are looking completely different. We've chopped it around, we've put a little bit of paint in it, we've kept the patina. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I really do. I actually don't dislike it, to be honest. So, yeah, so happy days, hopefully.
When Sarah spotted the old chest of drawers at the tip, it had age, it had potential, but it also had problems. But now, Norman has juggled the jigsaw of pieces and has created a modern, stylish piece of furniture with an authentic, aged appearance. The top has been glued back together and lovingly cleaned and restored. The drawer's been rebuilt and the depth reduced, making it modern home friendly. A shelf has been added, opening the front to a useful storage space. And a sympathetic blue has been used to colour the interior. But is it the useful piece of furniture Sarah's expecting?
Norman?
How are you?
Oh, look at that. Hey, that's lovely. So talk me through what you've done.
So we worked out what was the top sides.
Yeah.
So we made that obviously that size of the drawer. We've reduced it that way, the depth, because it was too deep, and for modern living, you know, in places I felt it wasn't right. We had a bit of a job with the feet because they were rot, so we remade them, but we used what bits we had left, so you can't really tell. We've cleaned it sympathetically, and we've kept all the old ink marks and everything else.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So
we've changed the handles because we felt they were more in keeping. You can put shoes in it, you can have it as a bookcase, you can have it anywhere really, so it's a very dual-purpose piece again.
Really pleased with that. It's got a great new look. Has it got a great new price?
Yeah, we came in on budget, all of 285, so yeah, happy days.
I love what you've done to it. It's got a lovely old-fashioned look. Done well.
Ching ching.
Yeah.
I've gone in. See you later.
Sing your hook, I know.
Yeah, go, enough of you. Happy days, yeah. I think it all went fantastic. I think she was pleased with it. I think she liked the colour. Yeah, I mean, for what we had, I think we've turned it into a functional piece of furniture. So, yeah, happy days.
Well, that is a great result. Norman has hauled that chest of drawers right back into the present. Good job.
When she met Graham at the tip, Sarah was quick to intervene.
That looks very interesting. Just pop that back down there for a moment. We don't want that going anywhere near a skip.
And was eager to find out more.
What was it?
It's an old chest of drawers with about 5 or 6 drawers in it. Wife didn't want it to be thrown away, but unfortunately we've run out of space.
A lack of space at home meant that time was up for the old drawers, but Graham was delighted to let Sarah wheel them away.
So I'm glad that it's been recycled, because I hate to see old furniture being dumped in the dump. And I hope she makes something decent out of it.
Graham, you've got nothing to worry about, mate. The capable hands of Norman have given the drawers a whole new lease of life. And that new life will be at a B&B in Norfolk, whose owner, Sally, was first off the mark when it was advertised for sale.
We loved it because of the blue, so it fits in well with the pub, but the antique furniture as well, because it's an old pub. We like to have the old furniture in here sitting alongside modern things as well.
Sarah is in Hazelmere to show Graham what's happened to his broken up old drawers and to hand over some cash.
Hi, Graham. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Nice to see you again. So when I last saw you, I think you've been taking multiple trips to the recycling centre.
Yes, I have. I got a lot of things I had to sort out, and I had to downscale quite a lot.
Well, I was really pleased to be there the day you dropped off that old chest of drawers. Unfortunately, I think I missed the drawers, but did you wonder what we would do with it when we took it away?
I was very curious, because there were lots of beautiful planks of oak in that, and I really thought something could be done with it, but I didn't have the time to do anything, so that's why it went to the tip, unfortunately.
Well, I was pleased to see it, and I took it along to my friend Norman, and both of us decided that we'd like to resurrect it again and see if we could get it back into a useful piece of furniture, but using all of those details that were there. So, got pictures here to show you.
Oh, good.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's had a resurrection. It's been put back together.
Oh, my gosh.
Because we didn't have the drawers, Norman remade the interior of it, and he's put it together to make a beautiful, useful, new piece of furniture. What do you think about it in its new lease of life?
Absolutely beautiful.
It's actually gone off to a B&B and a restaurant, which has a lovely interior, and that fits right in. So
oh, brilliant.
It has sold, and there is some profit for you, actually. There's £65 here that's coming your way.
Thank you very much.
That's for you.
Thanks very much. It's just better to see the unit being used again more than anything else. That makes me happy.
Do you know what you might do with £65?
I do a lot of restoration work, but small stuff, not that big, and I'll put it towards that.
Oh, fantastic. So one project's going to fund another.
Absolutely, yes.
Brilliant. Well, I hope you enjoy doing that. Don't throw any more of those away unless they're there, OK?
I'll call you first.
Great. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
I think Graham quite liked it.
Well, that was sweet, but actually there's £65 for Graham to spend on his new projects. Well done, Norman.
Well done indeed. The broken old chest of drawers cost £285 to transform back into a beautiful piece of furniture. Sarah sold it for £350, which left a profit of £65 to hand back to Graham. Sarah has saved, sold and celebrated. 3 items that would have otherwise been dumped and lost forever have all been turned around and given the chance to live again.
So that's 3 items that I gathered, and those are tip finds that have been transformed into must-have items. That's what I call a great day's work.